Love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy and it does not boast. Again, love is patient and it is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking. It is not easily angered. And it keeps no record of wrongdoing. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices with and in the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, it always perseveres. Love never fails. Love always wins. And now there are three that remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest amongst these is love. I am QUAN, and this is love of the highest vibration. Somebody passed a test with flying colors, and you're a person that's actually on the spiritual path. Everybody is not on a spiritual path in this particular lifetime. It depends on where you are in your soul's evolution. Okay, but whoever you are on a much higher spiritual path in this lifetime. That means you're an older soul and you have learned many, many, many lessons. And right now, you are in your final cycles. Okay, so you're further along and you have an anointing and a calling on your life. And people that have the calling on their life that you have, you are, your life and your family is more targeted than the average person. They ask some people why things are happening more to you than to other people. And the answer to that is because they're not main characters. Okay. If this was a movie or this was some kind of a play, life, you would be a main character like Robert De Niro, and the other people that don't experience any challenges at all, they might be background actors. You understand? You're a main character because you're close to your final ascension that will allow you to spiritually graduate and become an ascended master, which would free you completely of this cycle and jail of reincarnation. Okay. That could be in the next 3 lifetimes. That could be in this lifetime. So what they told me was there have been distractions that have been pit against you as of recently. And understand, in this physical realm, your distractions are going to be physical distractions. Okay. Of course, you're always going to experience spiritual attack, but your distractions are going to be literally, you'll know when you're on an important mission, because the distractions become more. Imagine your life is Miss Pac-Man or Pac-Man. Okay. If you remember the Pac-Man game, Pac-Man's goal was to eat the pebbles and to win through all the different levels. And every level that you beat in Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man, it becomes more difficult and more ghosts and goblins and challenges come. And everything starts moving even faster. So you have to build up your skills to be able to navigate and to duck and avoid all of the different obstacles that are coming toward you. And they come toward you faster and more aggressive the better you get. And the better you get, the closer you get to mastering the game of Pac-Man, the harder the obstacles become and the faster they come toward you. And the more difficult the challenge you have to be able to think quickly, react quickly, use your intuition. You have to be able to maneuver with your skills. You understand? That's basically what your spiritual journey is like, a Pac-Man game. And with every level that you pass, it becomes faster and there are more obstacles that are entered in your way. This is representation of the archonic system, demonic spirits that want to keep your energy trapped here so they can harness from you, to keep you in an illusion, to keep your soul stuck in a cycle of reincarnation. But whoever you are, uh, where the level you're on right now is where people are coming at you fast and hard. Other people live regular lives where people don't wake up in the morning with an assignment to bother them. You understand? Whoever you are, you have people that have signed contracts to try to find ways to get in your energy every single day and to try to find ways to distract you. Try to find where you be and pay someone to be there too to distract you, to create an obstacle, even if it's throwing a banana peel on the floor so you slip and fall. Literally, the people that are not on this path yet, they might flow through a normal day with no problems. Your days are like you have people that sign physical contracts on this physical realm to monitor you through your devices, to spiritually monitor you. And all day and all night, their job every day, they punch in the clock to watch you, see what your plan is for the day, and do spell work and try to create distractions and obstacles. That is part of your game. That is part of your spiritual journey right now. And it has sped up. And they wanted me to tell you, you did a wonderful job. Whatever most recent physical distractions were sent towards you to try to throw you off, it could have been something like flat your tire, scratch your car. It could have been throwing coffee on your car. It could have been around your home. It could have been taking something from your yard. It could have been doing something to your window, your door, whatever the case may be. At the job, it could have been just doing something, moving something out of place, or just making something of yours go missing so that they could get a reaction. These are the type of little distractions someone is paid money to do every day to you. And it's happening faster and coming in. It's coming in a lot quicker. And the reason this is happening is because these are archonic spirits that were able to lull unhealed humans that have not done shadow work yet for materialistic things into allowing them to use their vessel in order to keep you trapped in this illusion, in this world, bound to this world, okay? Because the only thing that will break you free from this is focus. Raise a spiritual focus to what's important, which is your soul and your evolution. You understand? So, whoever you are, whatever physical distractions were done in your environment as of recently, you were able to see past them and to ignore them and to keep your vibration and maintain your focus. And because of that, your vibration is steady growing and you're becoming spiritually stronger. Okay. So kudos to you. That's what they wanted me to tell you. And I'm hearing that you're also, now that the cycle of isolation and gang stalking has come to a complete end. Okay. The archons are never, or demonic spirits, what have you, whatever you want to call them, they are never going anywhere. Understand something. They're never going anywhere. This is their realm. This is the devil's realm. The devil representing Saturn, representing the physical manifestation of obsessions, addictions, your ego, everything that sustains this physical, low vibrational, low frequency world. This is their world. It is your job to see past the illusions and to evolve so that you can break free of it. You understand? So, you passed that part, and I'm hearing you're getting your home in order. Another thing that divine people that are in the final cycles before their mastery, final mastery, your children are attacked. Okay, your children are more targeted and attacked than the average person. People that are anointed and carry a heavy anointing, your children go through the most because they're targeted the most. If you can imagine a Hollywood star like Jay-Z and Beyonce, like Kanye West, okay, I don't mention his wife because she's really insignificant. You don't get famous for, any star, Michael Jackson, any star, anybody that is a star, people automatically are going to look at the star's children. You understand? And they're going to watch them very carefully. They're going to monitor their behaviors, their mistakes. They're going to pick them apart. They're going to pick the parents apart. If the child makes a mistake, or if the child does something, or criticize your parenting, understand everything that you go through and everything that you've been through, even with your children, it's all part of your path and your journey. And your children, if they're anointed as well, theirs too. So if they go through a bad phase, where when they get out here in the world, they're targeted, they're manipulated, and people have some level of success in throwing your children off their path, distracting them, or trying to target them spiritually, and your children not realizing how targeted they are because of who the parents are. That's part of the journey. When you look at a pastor, let's say there's a good pastor out there. Like I used to like Fred Price back in the day. I used to like hearing him preach because he felt authentic and anointed to me. Okay. And say you have a child. Okay. And that child, regardless of what you teach them, they become like the prodigal child in the Bible, and they go out and they become worse than criminals. They do things out there in the world that are even worse than the average criminal or someone in jail. They become some kind of hardcore gang leader or something crazy like that. Okay. Believe it or not, that is also part of their path, because you cannot learn lessons and refine the soul and be able to connect with people authentically in truth, in their truth and your truth, and help them to grow and give guidance about something you never experienced, something you never learned, no, a path that you never walked. You understand? Sometimes people think that because the parents are a pastor or whether it's a mother or a father, sometimes people think because the parents might hold a spiritual ranking, that means the child should set an example, and the child therefore should carry that same anointing. It does not mean because that child goes in the world, they don't carry that same anointing. They go through the same spiritual process as everybody else. They are tested, they are tempted, they make bad decisions, they get bad karma, they walk the wrong path, and bad things happen, and consequences come in the form of children loss and bad things. But all of that is part of the spiritual process of the muscle growing, that spiritual muscle growing. It has to be torn apart and come back together, torn apart and come back together. And this is what we call the qualms of our life, whereby we make bad decisions, we get bad karma. We make good decisions, we get good karma. So nobody is to be looked down on, even regardless of the ranking of the parent or what have you, because that child is not going to grow up to be effective if they grow up in a bubble and they grow up as Mr. or Mrs. Perfect, and they do everything the right way, in a straight line. And I feel like I'm talking to somebody in my collective today. If they do everything and try not to make any mistakes and be perfect, no, none of us is perfect. They have to be allowed to follow their own heart and their own inner compass, because their own inner compass is the telltale sign of who they really are authentically. And if something inside of them needs to be taught and corrected because they are an individual soul that is separate from you, then that needs to come out and be explored and be brought out to the forefront and mirrored to them, so that they can see what their own individual lesson and soul is, that they need to aspect of their character that needs to be worked on, which is completely different from your path, which is completely different from you. The reason I say that today is whoever I'm picking up on today, I'm getting that right now. You're getting your house in order, because the cycle of your isolation and gang stalking is completely over. Okay. And because it is completely over, and you're getting your house in order so you can get fully into your purpose, you're also making your rounds. So if you have a child or children, I'm hearing that you either did some kind of prayer or you were able to get close enough to your child because you already know they were targeted just like you. And you already were aware because of your spiritual power that all you needed was your baby, even if it's a grown adult baby. You know that even if you were able to get them into your energy field, you knew that you would be able to exercise and cleanse any demonic spirits, any influence that was influencing them, any spiritual attachments that they picked up while being out there in the world getting their lessons, that you would be able to reset them. You would be able to cleanse their energy. For somebody, I'm hearing you gave your baby a spiritual bath. Somebody in my collective gave their child an A cleanse and a spiritual bath. And whoever I'm picking up on, your child literally snapped back into their authentic, sweetheart energy. See, we know our children, you understand? And we know our children when they have a very sweet spirit, okay? And we know when they're innocent. I'm not saying perfect, but we know when they're innocent. And we know when there has been spiritual manipulation that has been involved in your targeting towards your children, and coercion, and not just spiritual manipulation, but manipulation from family members that they trusted because they ate from their table and slept under their roof. You understand? Because we're spiritual and we can see that. So we also know when we're talking to them, when their spirit is not them, when they've picked up some kind of demonic spirit out there in the world while getting lessons, even under spiritual manipulation, and they have a spirit attached to them, and the answers they're giving you, you know that that's not who they are. And you know that you're not talking to your child, you are talking to a spirit that they picked up. You understand? So, whoever I'm picking up on, you had an opportunity to either do a prayer or get your child up in your energy or put your hands on your child. You may have done some kind of cleansing. And instantly after you did whatever it is that you did, you saw that energy snap back into whatever their authentic, sweet energy is when they're talking to you. And it was like the difference between night and day. When the spirit left, you saw the difference because it sounded like your child again. They recognized you again, and you recognized them again. You recognized you were not talking to that spirit anymore because that spirit could not stand up in your energy. You're too hot. And I'm talking about spiritually hot. Your energy, your vibration was too high for whatever spirit your child had picked up, to be able to stand in your energy. So it had to flee from your child. Okay. Sometimes we have to coax our kids to get within proximity. I'm talking about our adult children, so that we can get them close enough to us to cleanse them spiritually, to help give them a cleansing, because sometimes they need a hand. It just is what it is. And those of you that have a real anointing and calling on your life, then that means they're going to target your children, and the warfare is going to be even heavier against your children. Okay. So what I'm picking up on here, a covert sociopath, do not trust them. They're dangerous. This person has an entitlement complex to the point of delusion. There could have been someone in your family that was jealous of your spiritual ranking. Okay. And they wanted to destiny swap with you, but this is a younger soul that is karmic that did not do the work. And this person wanted to steal your spiritual inheritance, or possibly some kind of financial inheritance, so that they could put you into some kind of financial bind in a Truman Show type simulation. This is talking about your isolation and gang stalking. This relative was targeting your children as well, or your child as well, to gain control over their mind. And the advantage point that they had is that they're family. So you didn't see them as someone that could hurt your child, because at the time you might have been naive, and you might have never suspected that, because we project who we are onto other people. So if you know you would never do anything to harm your nieces and nephews, and extended family members, you would never be so diabolical to want to see them strung out on drugs somewhere, prostituting, or this, that, and the other. You would fight to protect them and advise them. You would assume automatically that your family members literally are the same way as you. But whoever you are, unfortunately, because your calling is so heavy, because your calling is so great, the devil, so to speak, has planted the devil planted your enemies, or the universe even were planted in your directly in your family to stop you from reaching and ascending your spiritual goals in this lifetime. Okay, you had a family member that was working against you, and you were too strong. Don't get me wrong, this family member could not spiritually overtake you, but they went to the next best thing connected to you, your child. Okay, and they wanted to turn your child against you and make your child hate you by manipulating any little thing, any disagreement. You know how the devil works. They're divisive. People in that devil energy, they're divisive, and they use divide and conquer. They will use anything you have a disagreement with your child about, and they'll use that to divide you, do spell work, because they couldn't have pulled this off without spell work and the trust of that child. Okay. But today, whoever you are, your child has been spiritually cleansed and they're back on their path as well. And while they were out there in the world, while that child was out there in the world, they learned the lessons, not all of them because they're still young, but they learned the first portion of their lessons of intuition, discernment, and what a jealous family member can do. Their eyes have been opened to betrayal. Their eyes have been opened to real love. Somebody's child had a heart activation, and love is flowing through your child's heart right now. Their heart was blocked before because a family member was doing spell work on your child's heart chakra because they wanted to separate you and your child's bond. Right now, your child's heart chakra is back open, and you may even notice their voice has gone back to almost like when they were a kid again. The way they talk to you in an affectionate way, come put their head on your shoulder, the way they try to connect with you. It's almost like, they're back their normal self. They're back in their right mind, and the love is flowing through their heart. And you can even, as a parent, feel it. You understand? All you needed was your baby up around you, whoever you are. Okay. All they needed was to be connected to your energy. Baby, all they needed to do was eat a little bit of your food, your cooking, with the love that you put in it. You understand? What I'm describing to you is the energy, for those of you that don't know, is okay. I'm just going to use as an example. You know how if you had a child with a karmic man, uh, let's say a demon, okay, in flesh, and they have a lot of backwards karmic ways and a reprobate mind, and the way they do everything is completely backwards, okay, and you say when your child is younger, they go and spend their summers with their dad's side of the family in their community. And when they come back home, they then forgot the rules because, they picked up spirits. They didn't heard them talking bad about you. And they spent the whole summer running free with people that have a reprobate mind, that don't know how to balance their dark and light energy, and they bring that back up in the house when school's about to start. And you have to retrain them, and you have to pray over them, rebuke them, and to cleanse them, because they're just bringing the energy from where they spent the summer at. They know how to behave up around you. They know how to act. They know what goes up under your roof, and what does not. But when you spend an entire summer around people with a reprobate mind, with backwards thinking, in stupidity, they are going to be functioning for the summer like that. And when they first, and it might only last a couple of hours before they act right or get right. Usually, and if you're a parent that is you could have been a single parent, and you could have had the other parent that you co-parented with be on the dark side of things. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometime your child has to get right when they first come back from their daddy's house, and it only lasts for a couple of hours before they get their mind right. Or you might just have to pop that ass and reset them and get that energy up off of them so they can remember where they are now. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so there is a sociopath in your family, a covert sociopath. Don't trust them. They're very dangerous. This person in your family is very, very dangerous. Anybody that would take action with intention to separate the love of a father, of a mother or father and a son, or a mother or father and a daughter that love each other to the utmost, have all the love for each other, and to try to turn it into hate with spell work and with intention is a demon, is a sick person. Whoever this covert sociopath in your family is, you also might have some form of inheritance or money or real estate. So there might be some kind of issue surrounding inheritance, money, or real estate. Something sad could be going on right now. Okay. And something here about a simulation. The simulation, I feel like, is talking about they volunteered you to be in this isolation, gang stalking energy, but because of your spiritual ranking. So without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into this read. This beautiful Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Child, you know your child's authentic, natural spirit, right? And even when they're a young adult, you know who they are. You raise them, you push them out. You know or if you're a man, you change them diapers. You understand? You push that stroller, you cook dinner and fed them. You understand? You know their authentic, lighthearted spirit, okay? Especially if you're a chosen one, if you're anointed. And you know when they are not themselves. You know when they're spiritually carrying something that don't belong to them. You know when they popping off with a certain type of spirit that don't belong to them. You know when suddenly the heart is filled with unforgiveness, resentment, and blocked off to love. They're not laughing and smiling and skipping like they normally do and being silly. You know when they're being weighed down spiritually because they've been the target of some form of spiritual manipulation. And you also know after you cleanse them. You also know after you drive that spirit out, when they've returned to that authenticity. Okay? You also know. You know after you prayed over the food you cooked for them and you fed them. You also know after you've anointed them with the oil you've prepared under the full moon. You also know when you've given them an egg cleanse or got them to do an egg cleanse, when you've prepared a spiritual bath for them after they bathe and spiritually protected them, and when they instantly snap back into their authentic energy, the sweet, loving, sweetheart, little boy, little girl that they've always been. You can tell it's a difference between night and day. All right, Holy Divine Spirit, this energy that I am picking up on right now, what are the messages, please, and thank you. So, trust me, if you have an anointing on your life, your kids are going to be targeted. They are going to be big time targeted. They're going to want the absolute worst for your kids. They're going to want them on the worst path with the worst people doing the worst things for their spiritual path. See, but what they don't understand, which is the same thing that Siddhartha, the Buddha's dad, did not understand because he was a narcissist, that the more you try to control something by controlling someone's environment and trying to control who and what they become, they're going to become the opposite. You understand? Because the brain and the mind, it needs contrast. You understand? And all the challenges that you put on someone's child that has an anointing to, all that's going to do is refine them and to teach them and make them grow faster. You understand? So while you thought you was destroying somebody's child, misguiding them on purpose and putting them on the wrong path, all you were doing was teaching them all your secrets in the darkness of the darkness, so that they would later on in life have discernment when they become more refined, when they've learned their lessons and spiritually leveled up. They're going to have discernment because you would have put them through the fire. You are propelling that child into their destiny, believe it or not. Because if you wanted to stop their spiritual growth, then you put the child in a bubble and you protect them from all negativity. That is not how life works. Your child does not get on their anointed path by growing up inside of a bubble and not being exposed to any negativity. That's like raising a child in a bubble and them never getting exposed to any type of diseases and their immune system never developing and growing. So the minute they get out there in the world, what happens is they immediately become sick and ill and pass away because they've never built up the immune system to all of the things in the air, to all of the diseases and the things that are out there, because you put them in a bubble. They're not going to grow. Their body biologically is not going to grow the way it needs to. And it's the same thing spiritually. So all of the people that think that they are stealing your child's destiny, stealing your destiny by being a negative influence in your child's life to put them on the wrong path, to expose them to the wrong things. All you're doing is teaching them everything they need to learn in the darkness, because you better believe something. They need to traverse the darkness in order to come out of darkness and come to the light, well equipped with all the knowledge of the light and the dark, so that they can reign supreme. We are not just one extreme light. We are both the light and the dark. And you have to learn everything that operates and how it operates in the dark and the light. Because when you get into the light, you have to understand the dark to know how to counter it, to know how to fight it, to know exactly how they operate. That consciousness and awareness comes through hard lessons sometimes. Some of your children might have end up on drugs, bad habits, prostitution, or just negative influence, got into witchcraft, whatever. Don't ever give up any hope on them. Do not ever let your faith waver on any of them, especially if you're a chosen, anointed one and have a divine path. Because trust and believe, anything that they go through is refining them. Remember, you grow every 7 years. Your consciousness and awareness becomes expanded, and they take the lessons with them. All right, what is the energy crown in this read? Child, you would never believe family members would do something like that, like to their own blood. But then again, y'all remember Scar in The Lion King? Y'all remember Scar? Yeah, you're Simba's little boy. That man killed his daddy and then tried to guilt trip. Scar killed Simba's dad and then tried to guilt trip Simba and make him think it was his fault and drive him from the village and drive him out of the community out of shame. That's what these people try to do to your child or your children. You understand? They set them up. They do spell work and witchcraft to set them up for something bad to happen to you and others. And then they try to permanently drive them away from their destiny and calling out of shame, to make them think that they can never reunite with you out of shame. That's exactly spiritually what these people try to do to your child, until they remember who they are, until they get the lessons. Dynamic. So there's a dynamic working here. I have tantric journey in reverse, authority in reverse. I have Merkaba, and I have dynamic. All right, what are the messages? Holy Divine Spirit. And y'all, I don't care what it looked like. I don't care if you don't recognize your child, whatever, with piercings, tattoos, new way of talking and acting, whatever the case may be. Always remember, you know who your child is, regardless. Regardless. Just understand they're going through a refining process, just like you. Always pray. Always pray. Always cover them. Always ask God, if you get the opportunity to pray over your children and to put your own hands and put your own anointing oil over your child's crown chakra and over their third eye. That's what I do. I pour it on my daughter's head and anoint her forehead as well. And you pray, give her eyes to see, give him or her discernment, protect their heart from resentment, from jealousy, from anger, allow them to feel love in their heart, allow empathy and compassion to abide within my child, allow my child to grow and to have discernment. Anytime they're around you, make sure you touch their head, and say a prayer. You say a prayer that they will have the mind to be able to see situations in their life clearly, with correct judgment, with balance. They'll have the heart of empathy and compassion so that they'll be balanced and be able to see their way clearly. Pray for their intuition. Pray for their discernment. Pray that they will see through family members. Pray that they will see, through falsehoods. You pray that they will see through illusions. You pray your child will see through all illusions. All right, one more time. What are the messages? Please and thank you. Okay. So I have the Three of Wands in reverse. All right. Wands is talking about fire signs. The Three of Lotus in reverse. Somebody did not either meet someone's expectation or they didn't get something they were expecting. And also this talks about developing compassion. Okay. What this talks about in the Buddha Tarot book is this man is cultivating compassion. Okay. And how he's doing that is by capturing like a prize fish. It looks like a Japanese koi fish, but he's captured a prize fish here. Okay. And this is a big fish, not a little one. And instead of killing it and cooking it or putting it on a wall, he's going to release it and put it back in the water. And this is one of the ways that you can cultivate compassion. So you can feel the energy of compassion. They give you different examples in Buddhism of how to cultivate your solar plexus chakra and your heart chakra. The important thing is, one, you don't do it for recognition from anybody. When you're trying to cultivate compassion, empathy, and you need practice because it's not as easy for everybody, or confidence, what you do is you do things to help others and make sure no one ever finds out about it. No one knows what you did but you. That helps you to cultivate empathy and compassion in a way where it's not for recognition. It's something that's coming from within you, your heart. It helps cultivate love, empathy, and compassion. So they advise when you do things that are kind, that help others, do it so no one knows you did it, because you're doing it out of goodness. You're doing it out of empathy, compassion, and love. So that's what this card represents. Someone did not meet an expectation, or someone's not waiting or expecting something anymore. I have karma and justice. Okay. Somebody could, karma could be coming in for somebody. Justice, Libra energy here. Okay. This is the justice card. Somebody's karma is on the way in. Don't this look, this card represents justice. Karma. Doesn't it look like It looks like he's on a white horse, on his way to bring someone their karma. He got his hand in the air there, and he's like, "Hey, karma's here. I'm on my way to deliver. Move out the way, Uber and Uber Eats, Amazon. Move out the way. I got a bag full of karma like Santa Claus, and I'm on my way, and I'm about to deliver it. By the time I drop my hand and wave my hand over your house, I'm about to initiate this karma." Yeah, that's what he looked like. He looked like he on his way to go deliver some karma, like the Buddhist Santa Claus. Holy Divine Spirit, what are the messages? Okay, one more. Oh, I missed that. Okay, I heard it, but I missed it. What are the messages, please, and thank you. All right, there it is. There it is. Okay. All right. I have the Two of Swords. I have the Tower, and I have, oh, Sudahana, the Father. Okay. So, Sudahana, if you've been with me for a while, is Siddhartha's dad. And Siddhartha's dad got a seer, just like they got the Magi to find Jesus' star and to find out about him. And they found out he was a Christ child. They found out he was going to be a king of kings, an emperor. And, Caesar, not Caesar, the king got jealous. The boy hadn't even been conceived yet. They didn't even have sex to have him yet. He only found his star, and they heard he was going to be an emperor, and he started getting insecure, ready to start killing babies, okay, with his crazy self. So the same way that the king back in the day got intimidated because they located, the Magi located Jesus' star and said there's a Christ child, there's a master that's getting ready to be born, and found him. So the king, I think Caesar, or correct me if I'm wrong, he orchestrated for all of the babies that were born from the time he found out about that star and 2 years old to be killed. Okay, a lot of you are familiar with the Jesus of Nazareth story in the Bible. It's the same way that Siddhartha's dad, because I told you it's always going to be family members or someone in your community that's threatened by your anointing, your calling, your ranking. These are people that find out, these are narcissists that find out who you are before you even get here or when you're a baby. So the king found out through the Magi about Jesus, and Siddhartha's dad found out about his firstborn son through a seer, okay? And he found out he would either be what? A great king, a ruler, just like him, or he would be a great spiritual leader, an ascended master. And when he heard that, he didn't want his son to be a sissy. And I'm not using sissy in the term where I'm saying the spiritual path is for sissies. Not at all. Not at all. I'm saying it in a way to give you clarity of the attitude of Sudahana, the Buddha's dad. In his mind, because he was in his ego, he wanted his son to be macho wacho. He wanted his son to be kind of like a macho man, an emperor, a ruler, and in his eyes, spiritual leaders were kind of like sissies. And when I say sissy, it's just so you understand the energy I'm talking about. Like, no, I want my son to be a warrior. I don't want my son to be some spiritual teacher going around with lotuses, handing out damn lotuses, talking about love. That's not warrior-like. That feels like feminine energy, but divine feminine energy, which is what we all need, men and women. You can't be your greatest self without having the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So, just like the king of Egypt that wanted to get rid of Jesus when he was born, to control this star that was coming. Siddhartha's dad wanted to do the same thing. He wanted to control what he would become. So he took action to make changes in his environment to make sure that he would become what he wanted him to become and walk on the path that he wanted him to walk on. Because he was a narcissist and he wanted his son to be a mini-me of him instead of being his own soul's purpose. Okay. So there's somebody here that was trying to control somebody's path, somebody that was trying to gain control over another person that might be anointed, so that they could either use them for their gifts, destiny swap with them, or for some other reason. Okay. And it fell on Merkaba, Tantric Journey in Reverse, and a dynamic here that came out sideways. Okay. So let me go ahead and get some clarity on these cards. The Two of Swords here talks about two different points of view. Okay. It talks about one person talking while the other one listens, and then the other person talking while the other person listens. You understand? Two people needing to come together. This is the mudra for two people coming together to hear each one's point of view without prejudice. Okay. This is the Two of Swords, possibly so a decision could be made. All right. Holy Spirit, what is this? Authority in reversed. A Queen of Pentacles. So there could be someone here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, that could be about to get karma, that's not going to be able to move forward with something they were trying to carry out. This could have been a person that had some type of authority over people, over a business, over an institution, an organization, over inheritance money, or something like that. There could be someone here that has lost their authority. This could be someone that has lost their spiritual authority. Tell me about Tantric Journey in Reverse. They told me to read Tantric Journey. The frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through the sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Okay, so a sensual experience with yourself can be raising Kundalini energy within your body, okay, or connecting with yourself in a way that catapults you into a state of ecstasy. You understand? Things that you do that do actually create sensual experiences within yourself and experiences even with another person coming together, two energies coming together. A sensual experience could be a walking meditation. It doesn't have to be about sex specifically. The raising of Kundalini energy has to do with consciousness, awareness, and something that you're doing that puts you in a state of ecstasy. It could be cooking a certain type of food and tasting it, eating it. You understand? Meditations that you do. It could be dancing, okay? Or it could be something you do with another. It doesn't even have to be sex. It could be someone that's your partner in studies, in theology. You could work together with someone and have a spiritual business. And the merging of the two energies create a tantric experience, okay? All right, tell me more now. Why is Tantric Journey in reversed? Aquarius energy here. Someone has bad karma because somebody is not friends or working. There could be a group of people here, 2 to 3 people here that no longer maybe want to do sex magic, maybe of some kind. The King of Wands reverse could be a man or a woman, very sexually promiscuous. They could have been doing some form of sex magic or something. I have the 3 of Cups with the King of Wands reverse. So someone that might be over sexually stimulated, that might use their sexual energy to do a lot of sex magic or manipulation, that could have been working with the group. these people don't want to work with this person anymore, whether it be a man or a woman. Clarify Merkaba. Good Lord, they keep saying, and read that one too. Okay, I'm going to read it too. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into the present to serve our highest purpose. So somebody could have even been doing some kind of sex magic to go into some kind of a state where they were trying to use spirituality, astral projection, to go into your Akashic record. I feel like somebody could have been trying to break into your Akashic records to see if they could steal your destiny. Okay. That might be what all of this is about with stolen inheritance. Okay. What is this about Merkaba? The Lovers, someone could be a Gemini that's very sad and disappointed. The Page of Wands could be talking about a message. What's the Lovers? I saw the Emperor. The Lovers reverse. Okay. Somebody, I have Aries, Leo, Sag. Somebody was working together, possibly with an Emperor energy or a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius energy. They were partnered up with this person, and they were trying to steal something from your Akashic record. Okay. This person is not wanting to sleep with them anymore and celebrate. These people could have been having like sex orgies or something like that. They could have been having sex orgies. Okay. They could have been working together with the fire sign. And these people could have been brought together by an earth sign, the King of Pentacles that lost their authority. So I'm seeing some kind of organization or some type of a group here that was put together because someone is already aware. Someone is aware. The Lovers reverse. Someone's aware that someone has lost their foundation, or they're losing money, or they don't have the energy to do something, and they can't defend their actions. What's the Page of Pentacles? They can't stand their ground right now. What is the Page of Pentacles? The Lovers reverse. Okay, there could have been a younger earth sign connected to these people, and they are aware of something. They've been made aware of something, and they don't want to work with these people anymore. So there is a fire sign that's an older person, Aries, Leo, Sag. There's a much younger person that could be an earth sign, and also another fire sign that could be very sexually promiscuous, or a prostitute, man or a woman. There could be a Libra here as well. This group that was trying to break into your Akashic record, there is a younger earth sign that's not working with them anymore. Okay. Yep. Because there's some kind of conflict here surrounding a mother figure. Who's the Queen of Cups? Clarify the Queen of Cups. There's a conflict about a mother figure losing her home or stability. Okay. Someone had to let something go because someone was aware that they were making spiritual offers. Okay. So the conflict was somebody was aware that these people were trying to cause a mother figure to become homeless, to lose their home. Okay. For somebody, this could even be a child that could have been pulled into a cult at a young age that they could have been working with, and they could not connect directly to you because you're too spiritually protected. So there was an element of spiritual manipulation done to a child by family members to get them to work together with them, because they felt like the child would be the closest thing to you. The closest way they could connect to you was through your child, because whoever you are, you protect yourself from toxic men and women. Okay. So they figured you would never completely separate from your child, even if they're an adult, so they could use your child to spiritually connect you on the spiritual realm. And your child got a better awareness of what, when they were under spell work, these people have bound them and committed them to helping them do, which was to make a mother figure homeless, and they've opted out and refused to work with them anymore. And that's a problem now. These people have no way into your energy. If there was a child or a younger person that was involved, that person, whatever type of spiritual bind they had on that younger person, it is now broken. Whatever type of binding spell work, whatever type of mental magic, if your child dated someone and they paid the person your child was dating to, through sex, attach a demonic entity to your child, sacral chakra, and an entity to their crown chakra, so that they could have them in a zombie state, all them demonic spirits are gone now. And they woke up. They love their daddy. They love their mama. And they're not going to help nobody to lose, to try to make their own mama homeless or whatever the case may be. Okay. So it was heavy. Whatever I'm picking up on, there was heavy spiritual manipulation involved. And they're not working together anymore. So it's like one prostitute energy that's left. A fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, I'm picking up on. That's a part of, I feel like this is some kind of coven here. Okay. Tell me now about the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. The Capricorn, the devil. Okay. So this Capricorn, I feel like, is the person that had authority over, that had some type of position of authority, with this authority energy. Okay. So there's the Capricorn here that had some kind of authority here, and they've lost whatever authority they had. Okay. That's that earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Clarify that justice card, please, and thank you. Clarify justice. Okay. Something might be about to be made spiritually balanced in your life. Whoever you are, you have a spiritual calling on your life. Okay. And you're supposed to be financially abundant in finances, wealth, and you're supposed to also be spiritually abundant and prosperous in love, meaning you're supposed to be married and you're supposed to have a divine partner. You're not, whoever you are, you're not supposed to be alone. You're supposed to be married to somebody with your spiritual ranking. It's just part of your path, whoever I'm talking to. And they all were working together to stop you from being married. Okay. So you're about to get justice in your life. And there could have been a prostitute energy that was an op to whoever your divine counterpart is. Okay. And this person could have been trying to parade around in your energy and pretend to be you and try to get married. It's literally like The Little Mermaid. If y'all remember the Disney cartoon movie, The Little Mermaid, in The Little Mermaid, Ursula, the sea witch, got Ariel to sign to a spiritual contract, right? And then she got her voice. And by getting her voice, sorry, y'all. And by getting her voice, she also did a glamour spell to make herself look like she was a beautiful young woman. Okay. And now she has her voice. Let's just refer to her voice as being her energy signature. Okay. Walking in her energy. People know your voice. Your throat chakra is so very spiritual. Why is your throat chakra spiritual? One, because past the heart chakra is dealing with spirit. Below the heart chakra is dealing with your carnal nature, the physical manifestation of your evolution, of your soul in this vessel. Okay. So your throat chakra is part of your spiritual body because out of the countenance of your heart is what comes out of your mouth. You understand? So your energy signature, People know who you are based on what you say out your mouth and the energy that you say it with. This is how people can identify who belongs to them. This is how someone that is highly intuitive and discerning will find their right mate while they reject the wrong ones, because you don't have the voice. You don't have the energy signature. Ariel sold her voice in a spiritual contract to a sea witch. So he thought when he heard that voice with that other strange woman, he heard her singing, it resonated with him. And he thought that, she was his divine partner. This prostitute energy was trying to walk in your energy and use your voice. Spiritual people, beware. They do spell work on your throat chakra. Let me tell y'all, they dissect my spiritual body constantly. They're constantly doing spell work on different chakras of mine, my major ones. And it's constantly, because these people have identified and targeted me, and this has been my whole life. I will be talking in my regular voice 1 minute, and then I'll be talking in the voice of an 80-year-old woman, literally. And then I'll suddenly have like my grandmother's voice or something. And then I'll anoint myself. And after I do a spiritual bath, my voice will go back to normal again. And it's because, spiritual people have admirers, and they have little witches around them that all day and all night are trying to find ways to take little pieces of you and bites of you. So I got somebody, a goofy somewhere, that keeps doing a spell over my throat chakra over and over and over and over and over again to change my voice. And then I've got another goofy that's doing beauty spells on me over and over and over and over and over again. And then it backfires and their teeth and hair fall out. And then they come back and do it again. You ever see people that just look a hot mess when they older? This is why. Literally, this is the reason why they look a hot mess when they get older, and they look like teeth looking like a jack-o'-lantern. You know what I mean? 3 hairs on their head, just looking a whole hot mess. Usually because they didn't know when to quit, because they just couldn't stop doing spell work on your throat chakra. Watch me change her voice. Watch me do this. Let's all pull from her solar plexus this time. They find people that are divine, and they try to spiritually pick your body apart. I can't even put regular lotion on my body after I shower. I have to, every single time I shower, I have to lotion my whole body with prayer oil, my own mixture of, all of the oils and herbs that I use for my protection. You understand? I can't even use regular lotion. I have to literally anoint my whole body after every shower. So this energy right here, you're supposed to be married. This is a prostitute right here. This prostitute is about to lose their stability because they were trying to keep you isolated, hidden, and gang stalked so that they could walk in your energy, mimic you, sound like you, mimic empathy and compassion by saying the words. Narcissists, really emotionally intelligent vampires and narcissists, they know how to follow up with actions behind their words to really make it look like they do the whole follow through, because they already know and have caught on to people paying attention to not what you say and what you do. So you have to have even more discernment nowadays, because a narcissist will follow through and not only mimic the words of empathy and compassion, mimic the words of high vibrational people that have a balanced perspective and discernment, but they'll also follow up and take actions that are high vibrational, but really not mean it. They will mimic the behaviors by, after they say something high vibrational, then they'll go do something. They'll go help somebody. They'll go hold someone's hand and look them in the eye and give them spiritual advice. And it could be a damn narcissist that's literally mimicking the words and mimicking the actions of a high vibrational person. You understand? Giving to someone that does not have, while mimicking empathy and compassion. And they could be a devil doing this. You understand? That's why we have to have enough discernment to take our time and watch people for longer periods of time. Because a narcissist that's very intelligent knows to follow up with the actions because they know that's what we're looking for. You have to take your time and watch and see if their heart matches up with the action they're taking with. Meaning if they actually feel what they're doing. If what they're doing as a performance, or if they actually are just doing this because it's natural to them. It's what they're naturally drawn to do, because out of the countenance of your heart do you speak and do you act. Okay. There was someone walking in your energy. Okay. That's a prostitute, and they're about to lose their stability. And you're going to get married. Whoever you are going to get married because that's what you're supposed to do. This person who is supposed to meet this expectation, a Leo. So there's a Leo here that was supposed to be able to spiritually orchestrate something to spiritually bind you, and then orchestrate something on the physical realm in your environment to make you homeless, so that you will look like you're not on the right path, so that you'll look like you're karmic, so that you look like you belong wherever you're at, because you make bad decisions and you don't have discernment and you don't have the fruits of the spirit that put you in alignment. You know, the 7 fruits of the spirit in the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, ajna, third eye, and your crown chakra. These are the 7 fruits of the spirit that align with the schools of thought that align with each chakra. Okay, whether it has to do with love, whether it has to do with confidence, your emotions, discernment, personality, solar plexus. You understand what I'm saying? This person did not want you to look like who you were born to be. So they tried to do what Siddhartha's dad did and orchestrate things to look a certain way so that they could control you. Okay. So the thing in your environment that they were doing, opposite, of course, of Siddhartha's dad, trying to keep him from poor people, being around poor people, and developing empathy and compassion. They wanted to make you homeless, so you look like you make bad decisions, so you look like you lack discernment, so you look like you give your sexual energy, your bank account, you'll share it with anybody. And that's the reason why you can't keep money in your pocket, because when you open up your sexual energy, your sacral energy, which is your money, your sacral energy, which is your money making chakra, that's your bank account, literally. And it's like going to a bum on the street and giving him access to your account, giving him your PIN number, and then he empty out your account. That's what sleeping with a woman or a man that is spiritually bankrupt is like, by having a tantric journey with someone that's spiritually bankrupt. Their energy combining with yours is going to cause imbalances in your life that can cause you to lose money and become broke, because they lack discernment and they lack intuition. So they make poor decisions. They're unhealed. They're emotionally codependent to others. So they don't spend money out of practicality and make good decisions. They spend money out of ego. So they influence your energy when you're sleeping with these type of people, and you pick up their behaviors and do the same thing they do. You spend money like them. You make decisions like a broken person. You make the decisions of an emotionally codependent person. You make the same decisions as someone that has not done shadow work, and it lands you in the poorhouse. Okay? So whoever this person is right here, they were trying to swap your energy for theirs. Okay? And they were unable to get rid of you, meaning make you homeless. Why? Because whoever you are, you protect your sacral energy. You protect your stability is protected. That's your home. You have food on the table. You have food on the table. You've got food on the table. You've got a home and protection from violence, a roof over your head. And you protect your sexual energy too from anyone that's unhealed. Okay. By protecting your emotional body. You don't sleep with anyone You protect your sexual energy from anyone that's toxic. So therefore, no one can cause any imbalances for you, and no one can influence you. No one can influence your emotional body, which is governed by your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra governs your emotional body. Okay, so because no one could influence you to connect with people that would influence your habits, you're stable financially, you're not homeless, and they couldn't get you out your home so that they could enact other things using the justice system in your life to get rid of you. So they couldn't do this destiny swap. You were aware because your discernment is on point, and now someone's moving the calmer waters that they did not meet this expectation, this narcissist, using spell work and magic. Yeah, these people interfered all the way into your life. Okay, they literally disturbed your children or your child. You invaded your space using magic, using government resources to hack you, everything. But somebody is pulling that energy away. They can't take a risk because they can't get away with something. The Queen of Pentacles reverse. Okay, that's this kitchen witch with the low IQ Leo here. They couldn't get away with orchestrating something spiritual in your life and lining it up behind something physical on the physical realm that this Leo was going to orchestrate to make you homeless. Okay. Part of it, I believe, had to do with you opening up to a lover, you opening up to someone catfishing you so that you would be able to open up to someone toxic that would either influence you to make decisions that would affect your finances, or they would create so much emotional distress in your life that you would suffer an imbalance to your job, your work, how you make money, your finances, and somehow become homeless after they do the spell work. But whoever you are, you've learned your lessons, and no one toxic can connect with you. No one can sexually or in friendship even come toward you to connect with you that is not in the same vibration as you. You do not connect with toxic people, places, and things. You may teach or something, but you will not allow these people to merge with you. No spiritual union. Okay. You surround yourself with like-minded people. All right. And your justice is talking about the lovers. You're about to get married, whoever you are. You might not have even met this person yet, or you might already know someone is coming toward you and you're going to get married, whoever you are, because it's part of your life path for you specifically. Okay. What's the Two of Swords here for? And it's going to be a tower for this little coven here that formed themselves up against you. Someone is very, very sad because someone has already made a decision. The Empress reverse. Yeah. So there's an older woman here that's very sad that somebody already made a decision and they have to let go of what they were trying to do with this coven they were connected to. Someone could be a Libra, the Four of Pentacles. They have to let something go. Okay. They're all having a tower because it's over. It been over. It was over before it started, but these people just had not they just had not accepted. These people just had not accepted that it was over. Okay. Let's put Sudahana. I'm gonna put Sudahana here. Siddhartha's dad.
Bluetooth connected.
Decision, and they have to let go of what they were trying to. Okay, guys, give me 2 seconds. I have to grab something very, very quickly.
Ajalorun.
I'll be back.
Winnie, Winnie. Me be my answer. Afifi, jeje. Efufu, leje. Yawa, oya, ashe. Iba, oya, ajalaya, ajalorun. Winnie, Winnie, me be my answer. Afifi, sheshe, efufu, leshe, yawa, oya, ashe. Iba, oya, ajalaya, ajalorun. Winnie, Winnie, me be my answer. Afifi, jeje, efufu, leje, yawa, oya, ashe. Iba, oya, ajalaya, ajalorun. Winnie, Winnie, me be my answer. Afifi, sheshe, efufu, leshe, yawa, oya, ashe. Iba, oya, ajalaya, ajalorun. Winnie, Winnie, me be my answer. Afifi, sheshe, efufu, leshe, yawa, oya, ashe. Yawa, oya, ashe. Yawa, oya, ashe. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Get in. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya. Oya de, oya de, oya de, oh. Oya de, oya de, oya.
All right. I am back. Sorry, collective. I got some little demons outside of my gate. Child, y'all would not even believe. There are other tarot card readers that are part of, that group, and they literally pay people to spiritually attack me every time I'm about to start doing a reading. But then again, y'all are aware of that already because, of the time they set my house on fire when I was doing a reading. So y'all know the spiritual warfare is real. All right, I'm gonna jump right back on into this though. Holy Spirit, clarify dynamic. Talk to me about this dynamic. Someone did not want to let something go. Okay, a mother figure. Uh, Something got stopped abruptly. Okay, there's some dynamic here. There's some kind of dynamic here between a Libra and a fire sign. There's some kind of dynamic that's going on right now. Clarify the death card, Scorpio energy. Something got balanced back again. Okay, so something has been brought back into balance. Okay, something that could be going on right now. Someone reversed and ending with somebody. Okay, a Virgo. This could be like a Virgo Libra energy. Okay, that was working together with someone. Okay, yeah, there's a dynamic. There is a small dynamic here going on where, do you remember I told you the contract is over to isolate and gang stalk you? But as long as you're living on this archon 3D realm, uh, you will always be under spiritual attack. Your goal is to sustain your vibration and to sustain your focus regardless of every and all distractions around you. Now, if somebody sets your house on fire, of course, you're going to go put it out or anything like that. If somebody tries to like physically harm you, burn your house to the ground, of course you're not going to ignore that. Okay. But everything else for the rest of your life, until whoever this Libra and this fire sign is, uh, it's these two clone energies, NPC clones I'm picking up on. Until they die or until their life fully descends financially into a place where they have absolutely no reach on where you are because they don't have any more money to pay anybody to spiritually attack you. They're programmed, they're part of the system, they're part of this matrix. You understand? They are playing the roles that they're supposed to. The archons or demonic forces are using this Libra Virgo and this Leo to carry out their mission of stopping you from ascending. So even though the cycle is complete and over for your isolation and gang stalking, while their life continues to decline into the gutter, they are going to, as long as they have reach, meaning they have any little bit of money to pay people up around you to spiritually attack you, they're going to do that because these demonic forces are working through them to try to slow down your ascension. It happens to every person when they're reaching levels of mastery. It's supposed to happen. You understand? It happened with Jesus. It happened with Siddhartha. You understand? The same people are going to continue to spiritually attack you until they die, get karma, they're decapitated from an accident, or they are too impoverished and don't have the money or the strength to keep coming for you. They're literally part of the program. They're not even real. Okay. You have to see this as a simulation that you're in. Okay. Thank you. Clarify simulation, please. Clarify simulation. Okay. Something got illuminated. There's an Aquarius that's not thinking right about something. Okay. That is continually watching you. And what I said was correct. This is a simulation. You're going to have the same three people paying people up around you to continually spiritually attack you because they're trying to block and stop you from ascending. Okay. It's important for you right now to stay focused, spiritually protect yourself, meditate, and keep your vibration high, and to ignore them when they're doing the little things that they're doing. Okay. They are not main characters. These are archons that are working through human vessels to continuously keep you distracted with banana peels and throwing little spells at you. Okay, your isolation is gang stalking, and gang stalking is over. You are to resume life as usual. Go back out in the world, do whatever you want to do, go wherever you want to go. If you want to socialize with people, start a group, anything that you want to do, you are to move forward with your life and do it. Okay. These people, they're just running on a program. They are running on a program on autopilot. Okay. They're not real. They're running on autopilot. Just ignore them. Okay. All right. So let's get some energy. Who are the energies involved here right now with this covert sociopath in your family? A frenemy, secret hater. Someone at YouTube is manipulating your stats. Okay. If you have a YouTube platform, ignore them. Don't even worry about it. Okay. You got a secret hater. Oh my God. Oya. The Orisha of the wind, the bringer of storms, moving you peacefully from the old into the new. Scorpio energy. Okay. You might be embodying the energy of Oya right now. Okay. Right now, you have left the old and you are transitioning into the new peacefully. I'm wondering why. That might be the reason why I played during that little intermission that song honoring Oya. But this might be for somebody in my collective. Your family is your hackers. So things are coming to an end with you and your biological family here on Earth. Whoever you are, things are coming to an end with your biological family on Earth, okay? And you're moving into the new, okay? Your spiritual eyes are open and you know who they are, all right? Who are the energies involved here? A tarot card reader that's insecure. All right, so somebody has a tarot card reader that's insecure, that's a secret hater, that's manipulating your YouTube stats. And the reason they're able to do that is because they're a part of the secret society where you sell your soul and give up your vessel and allow entities to live inside of you. So they're part of the simulation, okay? So you just ignore them, okay? The energy is involved right now, Holy Spirit. All right, I had this popped up. I have Australia, and I have a community of people. Your mom's side of the family. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. They're working with a government agency, the FBI, CIA, or NSA. And your stepfather. And your cousin. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And your niece. Somebody's initials could be FF. For somebody, this is your husband or wife. Someone's name could be Angela Broxton, a Virgo. And then, you have Elon Musk here, who's also part of the simulation, basically doing exactly what these archons are commissioning him to do. Okay. So listen up, whoever I'm talking to, this is your mom's side of the family. Okay. Someone's stepfather is involved. Somebody's initials are FF. Your niece, your cousin, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They are all a part of that same community. This is a community of people, okay? So there are several people on your mom's side of the family that have sold their souls. They are no longer your family, okay? And they're telling you Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Careful of the information that you give to your mom's side of the family if you still communicate with them. They're not your friend. And your blood being connected to them means absolutely doodle squat, nothing. Okay? Your blood being connected to them means absolutely nothing. These people have been zombified. These people are not suddenly going to change their ways. They made a choice. They made a life choice that they've decided they want to stick with. They're not wanting to heal. Okay? They've chosen, but actually, their soul has chosen. Just like with Krishna and Arjuna, these are souls that reincarnated with you, but in your bloodline to stop your ascension. Okay? Tell me about Oya. Why is Oya here, please and thank you? Oya. Someone could be a Virgo, King of Cups, stuck in a cycle. Okay? Something was a bad investment. So there could be a Pisces and a Virgo stuck in a cycle because what they invested in didn't turn out the way they thought it would. So all they're going to keep doing is spiritually attacking you. The Ace of Swords. It's clarity that you've been, okay. So the Ace of Swords with Oya is talking about you have, if you subscribe to Orishas and you did a prayer to Oya, to move you from things that no longer serve you, to end all things, because Oya brings the storms and ends things in your life that should no longer be there, and moves you peacefully and transitions you into the new, out of your comfort zone. Okay. So if you subscribe to the Orisha Oya, then your prayer, if you did a sacrifice and a prayer, then your prayer was answered. You are being guided through a tower, through a storm, a spiritual storm. All of the people that no longer serve you, all of the connections, everything that needed to die in your life has officially died. Thank you, Spirit. The storm will destroy a whole town. A storm will completely wipe out a whole entire community so that new can come. Oya, okay, the bringer of storms, okay, the Orisha of the wind, is has brought a death and an ending to things that no longer belong in your life that serve you, and is guiding you to a brand new beginning. It's transition energy, okay? And out of your comfort zone as well, okay? Now tell me, and this was the clarity that your prayer was answered. Tell me about Australia. Why is Australia here? There's someone here connected to Australia that's extremely of low moral integrity. This person could be any age. It could be a younger person, or this could be a much older person in very childish energy. They have no integrity. They're a liar. They're foolish, and they're overly materialistic. This is a baby. This is a childish grown baby from Australia. Okay, what is the obstacle for this Australian energy? Someone is extremely childish. Like they have a very childish, they're very unhealed and childish. They tried to do something very quickly by gaslighting someone. So they emotionally manipulated somebody to do something to you very quickly. And right now they're having a tower because the Five of Pentacles reverse. Somebody got kicked out your energy that tried to do something very quickly. Yeah, because these people are all stuck in a cycle, in an old paradigm in your path where there's nothing but death. Right now, it's about to the 301. They didn't get what they expected from you. These people thought that they were going to be able to take from you. Whoever you are, right now, this is the line right here, and you're over here. And these people are back here in an old paradigm. There's been a split, and these people are stuck on the 3D, and your consciousness and awareness is operating in the 5D. That's what's happening right now. This is why they're operating like a simulation, doing the same thing over and over and over again, like it's Groundhog's Day. You understand? That's why you have to just ignore them. They are operating within a simulation, okay, in a 3D, in the 3D. You're already moved to the 5D, whoever you are. So you just ignore them and let them finish coming to an end on their own. They're over here in a whole nother world than you. They are about to experience death in their lives. It's going to be a death to their families, death to their housing situation, death to their jobs, death to their finances. There are going to be endings in their life consecutively, nonstop, while they're operating in this simulation, doing the same thing, stuck in a cycle coming for you. Ignore them. They're not real. Okay. You are over here in a completely different paradigm where you're about to get married. You're about to be have wealth and abundance financially and in love. Okay. Whoever you are. So these people are literally like the scene in the Matrix where all the people were walking and one had on a red sexy dress. And Neo, he got distracted for a minute, and all of the people that were walking around him turned into agents that were going to attack him. You understand? Do not get distracted by the woman in the red dress. You understand? You keep your eyes forward on the prize. These people, while the endings in their life are happening, you keep moving forward. If someone throws a banana peel in front of you, step over it. Okay. If someone starts spiritually attacking you, then have your spiritual tools ready to scatter it. Okay. So someone from Australia, this could be someone in the government, is also stuck in a cycle, doing the same foolishness over and over and over to you. You have nothing to worry about. All right. What is the QUAN Oracle card? Please and thank you. What is the QUAN Oracle card? Please and thank you. All right, what is the QUAN Oracle card? Please and thank you. QUAN Chillin'. Mother of Mercy. Dispensations of mercy come when we are without recourse, ending a cycle of manipulation. Oh, baby, I got to read this out loud. I know I'm already reading it out loud, but I need to read it out loud. Mother of Mercy. Dispensations of mercy come when we are without recourse, ending a cycle of manipulation, unkindness, or unconsciousness. This spiritual assistance is offered to you now from a place of loving respect, kindness, and great spiritual power. Blessings to Kuan Yin, Mother of Mercy, who watches over us with attentive love and cares for our spiritual progress. Enough said. What is the energy crowning this read, please, and thank you. Okay. So the energy crowning this read is somebody's not going to be able to move forward throwing spell work at you. Okay. And I feel like it's this Capricorn that has lost their authority. What is the obstacle? Their finances might be the obstacle. What is the obstacle, please and thank you. They might be burdened right now. And I told you, these are agents. All these people are literally agents. There's a Capricorn, a Leo, an Aquarius. They are agents. They are not main characters. They're agents in the matrix. That's all they are. They're a part of your they are a part of your simulation. Whoever you are, listen to me. You're in a simulation. There are multiple dimensions that we exist on. You understand? The Kabbalah even talks about that. These people coming for you is over. Okay? You should not pay any more attention to their energies. Just move forward with your life. They're all a part of a simulation, and things are ending in their life. An Aquarius, a Leo, and a Capricorn, and they're all burning because their finances and your energy, they're unable to access. What happened in the recent past? They don't have no power to do nothing. I have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands reversed. Tell me more about what's going on right now with this Magician. Give me 2 cards. Tell me more about the Magician, please, and thank you. It's the Magician that's burdened here. Them doing this magic, it's struggle magic. They're doing struggle witchcraft and struggle magic. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands reverse, please. Someone could be a Sagittarius, or they could be having some kind of imbalance right now. And tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles, please, and thank you. This could be someone with both fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in their chart. Someone could have both Aries and Sagittarius in their chart. All these people are just like hovering around you, watching you. And you need to maintain your vibration. You need to be like Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind at the end, when the 3 people, everywhere he was, would come and stand right there and completely ignore them. When the 3 people all come that are hallucinations and would come stand by him, in the end, he completely ignored them. He didn't even acknowledge them. That's how you need to be right now about this Sagittarius, Aries, this Leo, and this Aquarius energy, okay? Because all they're doing is watching you. That's all they can do is watch you. So all they're doing is watching you. Tell me more about the 6 of Wands reverse. Unable to move forward. Oh, they said keep this. Okay. Tell me more about the 6 of Wands reverse, please, and thank you. Okay, so right now these people are, of course, overly emotional because they haven't learned to master or control their emotions, because, they might be under judgment. So that's how it's going to end for them. So these people, look at the people standing here with their hands open now, wanting to pray to God, now wanting forgiveness for their sins, now wanting, everybody turns in, everybody believing in God when they're in the foxhole. You know what I mean? It looks like a whole bunch of people that see the judges here now, the spiritual judge, and now everybody's dropping down their weapons, nothing is in their hands. Everybody wants to look innocent. They want to fit in with the innocent people. So they all got their hands stretched out, hoping that they don't call judgment on them. But Leroy up there blowing the trumpet, ain't he? You see Leroy blowing the trumpet on their ass. Okay? All these people are under judgment right now, and they cannot move forward doing this spell work and magic against you. A Libra is involved too. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles reversed. All they can think about is the fact that they made so much money utilizing magic and your energy in the past by binding you and by doing all the things that cultivated your growth, all the things that helped refine you. All the pain these people took you through did nothing but propel you into your purpose and on your divine path and help you to sharpen your discernment and intuition. Okay. But they made their money and they got come ups off of you during that time. And they're thinking about the good old days when you were unaware of what they were doing in the background and it coming to an end now and them being brokey broke with the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. And they don't want to be uncomfortable. The Ten of Wands is talking about a lifestyle change for them. I told you everything right now is they're having endings in their life, endings to their car note, endings to their vehicle, endings to that condo, endings to that corporate apartment, ending to that house, the vacation house, endings to disposable income to go on Carnival cruise, to take elaborate vacations, endings to be able to afford to throw big parties and drink and smoke and feed everybody and throw it up. Their partying is ending. These people didn't have the foresight to see that they would not be able to do this until the day that they died. They did not prepare for the future. And that's what's burdening them right now with this Ten of Wands, because they know without being able to have access to your energy and without being able to make any more money and without any other opportunities that they cultivated or skills they cultivated, they're not going to be able to keep anything from ending in their life. Okay? Tell me more right now about this prostitute or sexually promiscuous energy. The Queen of Wands reversed. Somebody can't recover. Somebody might have hit the wall. They're too old to sell it. Okay? And they can't move to calmer waters because they didn't prepare for their future. Somebody thought that all they had to do was pop their bussy or you know what else, and they could get people to do what they wanted them to do. But they didn't see the years slipping up under them. And now they can't get their mind right because they don't realize they don't have the same energy and they don't have the same effect on people that they once had. Okay? Somebody could be trying to connect. What's the Page of Cups? Somebody let them go. The Seven of Pentacles. They can see that you're not stuck and they're just being childish and just keep spiritually attacking you on autopilot. Got it. Okay. So whoever this prostitute energy is, they realize everything is coming to an end in their life and they're watching you. So all these people are doing is watching you. That's it. That's where we're at. You got a whole bunch of demons, a whole bunch of archons that are literally just all around in human vessels of people that were weak, too weak to do the work. And they're all just watching you and monitoring you, waiting to see what's going to happen next in your life. You are their TV show. You literally are Truman in the Truman Show to these archon spirits that are in the vessels of these humans that form this cult around you. All that, I just keep getting the Seven of Pentacles. All they're doing is watching you. Okay. And what's this Knight of Pentacles energy? All they're doing is watching you and throwing spiritual attacks like gremlins. What's a Knight of Pentacles? Yep. The Death card is coming to a complete ending for a King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles that was paying these night energies in your community, possibly because he was having sex with the Queen of Wands that was manipulating him to hire people in your community to come to your home to spiritually attack you. That's coming to a complete end with this Death card. Now tell me more about this. I want to know more about this Sagittarius energy. They could have Aries and Sagittarius in their chart. Tell me more about this Five of Pentacles. Tell me more. I want to know more about this Five of Pentacles. I have the Queen of Swords. Okay. So this could be someone isolating themselves, that's doing things by the book, that's taking action. The Ace of Pentacles towards a mother figure. Okay. and somebody's sad about it. Got it. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles is talking about someone is isolating themselves from some childish people or person because they want to take action to come toward you for a new business opportunity or love or a new start in something. The Ace of Pentacles could be a gift, the manifestation of something very large, a return on an investment, spiritually, energetically, or financially. There's something coming toward you, someone coming toward you that's isolating themselves from these childish people. Okay. Temperance in reverse. Tell me about this Sagittarius energy, fire sign. Somebody could have lost their contract or they're getting divorced. This prostitute energy. This King of Wands reverse is a prostitute. Someone might have it might be imbalance in their life right now, which is why they're losing their authority. So the World card, the cycle's over. So all these people can do right now is watch you and throw the evil eye. Nothing more. They wanted me to tell y'all something real quick. They want me to tell y'all something real quick. This is the crown. The whole concept, as you can see, this crown, it has jewels in it. You see all the different emeralds and jewels? Y'all know what a crown is. Now, when I'm feeling cocky, I put it on my head and do my readings. But they just whispered to me to say this to somebody. The concept of the crown came from the concept of the chakras, the 72 chakras that are in your crown chakra. Okay. That's where they got the idea for the crown with the jewels in it. You understand? And at one time they wore things on their head, crowns on their head that had the actual crystals and gemstones that cultivate the crown chakra. Now, I don't know who this is for, but if you experience frequent spiritual attacks, I know you probably have oil. You probably know how to light a candle. You know how to return a sender or dispel or whatever you do. But another thing that you can do, this is sloppy because no one is supposed to really see it, but you can kind of make your own crown in a sense. Now, this is not a crown, but this is specific gemstones that I've sewed into something that I wrap around my head, where part of it covers my pineal gland, and it goes all the way across my crown around my head. Okay. Black tourmaline and some other stones. How I got these particular stones is I was guided by the spirit to pull an eternal crystal oracle card, and I asked which crystals I needed to meditate with in order to cleanse, my crown chakra from what they injected in my body. And they literally spat the cards out to me of the specific stones that I needed to use when I'm meditating in order to clear the blockages from what they injected in my body. And I went and I got the specific stones that they told me to get, and I sewed them into a piece of like really light netted material individually, so it would hit different points on all the way around my forehead. And when I'm being crown chakra attacked, I'm able to put this on my head and it instantly dissolves the crown chakra attack. Now, of course, you can light a candle, return a sender, and do a lot of other things. But I just also, for people that are spiritually attacked often, I also wanted to let you know that you can take something that you can wear on your head that's very light, and you could sew certain jewels. And at the end of this reading, I'll ask for some crown chakra gemstones that can be used in material, and you can wear on your head in case of spiritual attack or when you're meditating. I know when I'm meditating, they come for me. They do not want me meditating at all. I get it all. Child, Elon Musk has somebody, boots on the ground, come running outside my house, and they'll use that clicker machine to send the shock waves through my feet and legs every time I meditate, to try to discourage me from meditating, and try to block me, because it's nothing but archons trying to block your ascension, right? So at the end of this read, I'm going to pull some Eternal Crystal Oracle gemstones that can give you a recommendation as to what stones you can sew. With me, I took a pair of pantyhose, like stockings. It's a thin material, won't make me hot. And I sewed the specific jewels that they recommended to me into it, all the way across my forehead, so that when I wrap it on there, any crown chakra attack sent toward me instantly dissolves. I mean, instantly. The minute it touches my skin, the minute these stones literally touch my skin, it's like something around my crown chakra. It just instantly cancels out any and all forms of crown chakra attacks. Okay? All right. What are the messages, please, and thank you? I know y'all were like, what is that on her head? Child, this is a simulation. The reason the same thing happens every single day is this is literally a simulation. So the same energies lurking around you, they're not real people. These are vessels, human vessels, agents in the matrix, literally just on autopilot. If you're a tarot card reader in the upright and you're doing readings, they're going to send the same person outside your door to send crown chakra attacks to you while you're doing your readings. I mean, who cares that much about something you're doing that does not involve them? Not that human, a demonic spirit cares. An archon spirit that doesn't want you to ascend because you're a bright, great energy and they want to be able to feed off of you. You understand? With you gone, they're not going to have nothing but mess, Oscar the Grouch mess to mess through. That's not the type of energy they want to feed off of. Those people don't have no energy. You have the light. You have the energy. So that's the reason why people take so much of an interest in your life when it has nothing to do with them, and become possessed in wanting to cause blockages and hold you back. All right, what are the messages, please and thank you? So somebody just wants revenge. Something about a tornado here. White House. Anything else? All right. Tell me about tornado. Why is tornado here, please and thank you? Tell me about tornado. European country. Tell me about tornado, East Africa. Why is, okay, they said go all the way in Hawaii. Tell me about, people better be careful nowadays. I have Senegal, Fort Worth, Texas. People need to be careful because these days they're having tornadoes in places that have never had a tornado before. So people better be careful, child. The weather's changing, and places that normally do not have tornadoes are going to be having tornadoes. They said do 3 more. 1, 2. Central America, and 3. All right. I want you to clarify tornado. Clarify tornado. I have Ghana. I have tornado, Ghana. I have Colorado over here. Nevada. The NSA. Oh God, please. and Asia. Okay. I already got the Ace of Swords. Okay. Tell me about Ghana. Ghana came out first. No, they said do the NSA. All right. Tell me about the NSA. What about the NSA? They're burdened right now. Someone at the NSA is burdened right now about a Knight of Cups. So someone is causing a burden right now for the NSA. Could be a water sign. And then a Knight of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign. So that why is the NSA burdened by a water sign and an earth sign? Because they're worried about something. They could be gaslighting people and emotionally manipulating people, but someone's really worried about something. What are they worried about? They're worried about the Six of Pentacles reverse, a Knight. A Knight is someone that's taken action to do something, a fire sign. Someone doesn't have the energy for somebody anymore. An Emperor in the reverse. Okay, who's the Emperor in reverse? Oh, they're worried because, oh yeah, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so people at the NSA are worried right now because they understand your spirituality and your biology, and they didn't want you to know how powerful you were. Some of you all embody the Orisha Oya, and you can cause storms for real. Some of you all embody the Orisha Oya, and literally you are the storm bringer. And based on your emotions and what these people are doing to you, you can cause storms to happen anywhere in the world, literally. These cults and covens are worldwide and they're connected to each other. And they've been attacking divine people, but you don't even know your own strength and power. When you speak the words and you say your prayers, you can cause the ground to shake somewhere and not even realize you're the one that's causing it. And that's real because they have in the military all kind of equipment to detect frequencies, your aura, your electromagnetic field, to see how bright it is, to see how strong a frequency comes out of you when you're angry, when you pray, when you speak certain words. They study prayer groups. You understand the government studies prayer groups. They study churches, different religions, because they understand the science of frequency, vibration, and energy. And they understand certain people with certain DNA, certain biology, certain people with certain spiritual ranking that have access to light and power are very powerful. And you can cause a tornado in a certain place by coming together and praying for one, praying for destruction for the person that's trying to slow you down your destiny, cause blockages and obstacles in your life. You can command a tornado to wipe out and destroy your oppressors. They know that. That's real. That's not just a cliche we say in church. No, that's truth to power. And that's what they want me to tell you. They know the power of prayer. The power of prayer, especially of people who have purified energy, that have a lot of light and power, that can fuel it behind intention. And that's why they're shaking in their boots right now. They're shaking in their boots right now because two people that they assigned to you at the NSA, it was an older man that was working with a younger fire sign woman and possibly an Aquarius or an earth sign. They were supposed to control you because they wanted to control your energy. Because they're afraid of you and afraid of your power, right? But no one has power to conduct what they were doing around you anymore. That's orchestrating covens around you to chant on your energy all day and all night in shifts to control your energy and power. So that means anything that you say is going to manifest, and they are afraid. They're afraid of your ability to embody Oya and to call the storms. Just like the Native Americans, oh, yo, 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 you know, when they used to do the rain dance, that was real. They're not the only ones. There are many cultures that do certain dances, and they can affect the weather. Oh, yes, they can. And yes, they did. And yes, they do. I've seen that there are even warlocks and practitioners that can cause lightning even to strike, and people that are just prayer warriors that can cause lightning to strike a plant that is a witchcraft plant someone planted, like a tree, to do spell work on somebody, a neighbor. And then the neighbor, if they're a strong enough prayer warrior, they can call a lightning strike to strike the tree. Yes, you can control the weather. So these people are afraid right now. Okay, I know what prayer to say today. They're afraid right now because they had help to orchestrate people to chant on your energy day and night before. But whoever you are, the cycle's over. So that means you have full access to all your energy. And if you get to praying and calling storms on your energy, on your enemies, they're going to see them come into manifestation. Point in case, you see in China, they were playing around with that goddamn Natasha doll. What do you think was on their subconscious mind when they created those Natasha dolls and started sticking their feet in them and running over them with a truck? You thought they were doing that because they love us? You thought they were doing that to be nice? No, who would think to do something like that? You could have made a Chinese doll. What would make you make a black doll with black features and run over it with a car? What's on your mind? It's negative energy. It's negative intentions. It's a form of witchcraft and manipulation. That doll is supposed to represent some black person they connect with, or a group of people. I would suggest those people over there in China that have issues with people of color, I suggest you open up the book of Numbers and see if you can find out what happened to Balaam when he went to try to curse God's people. The donkey had to open up his mouth and warn his ass. So whoever this older person is that was working with a younger fire sign to orchestrate something in your community around you, they're not working with these people anymore to suppress your energy. And because they can't suppress your energy anymore, someone at the NSA is worried about what might happen with the storm. They're worried about a death. Yep. The Page of Pentacles, a crime. Carrying out a crime. So now they're worried because they couldn't carry out a crime. So there was an older man and a younger fire sign that were working together with the NSA that were trying to carry out your death. Because they're afraid of you, they would rather you be dead. They would much rather that you be dead than alive. It's like people, they see something they fear because they can't control it and it's more powerful than them. And their first reaction is, well, if we can't control it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Because you see, first they wanted to control you. They said, well, if they have this energy they're unaware of, and we can keep them unaware of their energy, and we can aim the energy in the direction we want to aim it in and use it, then that's great. But if they're aware of their energy and we're not the ones controlling it, then we need to kill them because that's too much power in their hands, projecting onto you, because they know what they would do with that type of power in their own hands, because they're wicked and they're evil and they self-indulge and they can't balance their dark and light side, and they're vengeful and they're envious and they're jealous and compulsive and they can't regulate their emotions. And it's because of all these things that they don't want, they would rather you be dead than to appreciate the positivity in the world you could probably do with your energy, the healing you could do. People that have areas where there are droughts and they need rain, or the sun is not shining and they need the clouds to be moved, instead of appreciating the ability that you have to clear all the clouds away and let the sun shine, or to bring rain. Some of you all can do that. I know I'm able to clear clouds out the way and make the sun shine. Child, when I'm on a meditative walk and it's nothing but clouds, if I get all the way into my energy and my vibration, I remember I did it in Georgia and it was amazing because it was like a big thunderstorm. And it was right before I went on my walk. And I was like, nothing's going to stop me. I walk in the rain. It don't make me a difference. I need to walk. And I went for a walk and I was listening to my music. And literally, as I was walking down the street, I walk and kind of dance because I'm listening to my music at the same time. Once I hit that vibration, I know when I'm like gone, like I'm in a trance mode. Once I'm in a trance, suddenly I literally saw all of the clouds at once as if I had a mop and I was pushing it with a mop. As I moved forward, the clouds were moving with me, like, and the sun was coming out. The more I walked in the direction I was walking in, all the clouds in my direction started pushing out the way, like I was walking with a mop or something and pushing something out the way. And this is not, in the military, it's called cloud bursting or something. It's where you psychically focus on a cloud and then the cloud dissipates, okay? Because you're projecting energy toward the cloud. There are a lot of people that can do this. It's not rocket scientists. A lot of people can do this with the right amount of energy and focus, okay? But rather than take care of you, what these people want to do is just kill you and stomp you out. All right, tell me the NSA. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles. Somebody doesn't know what direction to go because these people won't work with them where you live at right now, a King of Pentacles anymore. There's a father figure here, or a Pisces, and then there's a Knight of Cups. Someone is very intuitive and they're watching these people. I have the Emperor. This could be a supervisor or a boss. The World card. The cycle is over for somebody. So yeah, somebody is not going to be able to use the NSA. I'm sorry, I have the hiccups now. Someone is not going to be able to utilize the NSA anymore to track you and to orchestrate things in order to control your energy. Okay? They wanted to carry out a death. They wanted to have you killed. They had people afraid of you. They were trying to use fear tactics to make people fear you. Like, with that much energy, she can just start doing death spells and killing everybody and killing your children and doing this, that, and the other. Before they used fear tactics to scare everybody about your energy because they needed permission to bind you spiritually, but it's because they wanted to use your energy to manifest for themselves. But now these people have no just cause to bind you spiritually. They have to let you go, and someone is watching them, and that's what they're afraid of. They're even afraid of you retaliating on them, okay? So that's why the NSA is here. Why is Ghana here? Somebody can't move to calmer waters right now. So somebody is not okay about something. This might be someone that holds themselves in high regard. They might feel like they're very attractive. They might feel like people look up to them. This might be people that people look up to. The Queen of Wands is a man or woman that's well kept. They're well put together, leader, attractive, charismatic. People like them. Okay, so there might be someone here from Ghana that might be overly emotional about something. Okay, we got an overly emotional Ghanaian. What happened to the overly emotional Jamaican? What's wrong with this? Oh, so there's an overly emotional Ghanaian. Maybe they need to hook up with the overly emotional Jamaican so that they could fry plantain, drink soursop, and make fufu together. Forgive me, y'all. I love y'all, my Ghanaians. I love y'all. I like to watch Wooden Mayo and go to all the different countries and bring entertainment to everybody. I'm not mad at y'all. But they're the overly emotional Ghanaian that probably needs to link up with the overly emotional Jamaican so that they can cook Gary because it's less fattening than fufu. And they could make some cassava leaf soup while he brings some oxtail and goat. And they could bring their food together and be overly emotional together. They can also, have some good agusi soup, with some tripe. I like the tripe in the agusi soup. I like tripe in my agusi soup. Okay, maybe a little bit of goat in there too. You could throw a few pieces of chicken in that agusi soup. It's delicious. But whatever they come together and do with the soursop juice from Jamaica, the chapati from Jamaica, the curry goat from Jamaica, and the peanut butter soup from Ghana. This Ghanaian is overly emotional because they could not capture you spiritually. They could not get a judgment reversed with this cult that was trying to have you locked up in jail or a mental institution so that they could abuse and use your energy. Okay. And this Ghanaian is overly emotional. Okay. An overly emotional Ghanaian. I thought y'all was relaxed over there in Ghana. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. This spiritual practitioner from Ghana did not have the skill set. There is a spiritual reverse and a high priest reverse that did not have the skill set to bind you spiritually, so that they could help this coven and cult that was working on you, binding you spiritually, to get you locked up in jail or to get you into a psych ward. Okay. And that's what they're overly emotional about. Maybe they're a little embarrassed. They're in a mental imprisonment now because someone is about to have an equal give and take with someone. What's the Six of Pentacles? Oh, about the Queen of Wands reverse. Who's the Queen of Wands reverse? Someone that's aware of an imbalance. Oh, okay. That took a risk. The Queen of Wands reverse is someone, a man or woman with low self-esteem, okay, that lead with sex. Okay, they lead, all of their value is in their looks and their ability to provide sexual pleasure. And that's what they use to manifest with strictly. They use their sexual energy on a low frequency. Okay, their creativity doesn't go beyond giving and getting some head. Okay, or giving and having sex with people. Their creative energy, that's as creative they can get. They don't get any more creative than making themselves look physically attractive and then opening their legs or unzipping their pants. So somebody is in a mental imprisonment about somebody having an exchange with somebody because somebody that leads with sex is aware of something. Something didn't go in someone's favor. A Knight of Pentacles. Okay, someone that was on a mission here. Okay, the Empress in a reverse. So there could have been an older person that was supposed to catfish you, possibly in a low vibrational way, in a shallow, superficial way, using sex. Someone was supposed to dominate and control you using sexual energy, maybe their looks and maybe using sex. But whoever you are, you operate on a higher frequency, okay? And the things that you value the most, this person does not possess, okay? So because you're a high vibrational person and the qualities in an individual that you prioritize are not superficial, this person could not catfish you or have an effect on you. Whoever this Queen or King of Wands reverses, okay? Nothing I'm getting with the Empress in the reverse, nothing else about this person is right. So you don't care what they look like or what type of sex they think they can provide. It means nothing. It's trash to you because nothing else in their life is in alignment. This is someone that has a reprobate mind, low self-esteem. This is someone that does not have empathy and compassion. They don't know how to balance their light and dark. This is someone that is emotionally codependent to others. So they lack self-esteem. Their confidence is low. So they make poor decisions out of ego. They probably are a financial curse or a disaster. Who wants that with somebody that's going to have sex with you to try to dominate you because they think they look good? Who wants all those bad qualities in a person that thinks that they're a 10 because they want to offer you sex and what they think is good looks? To a person that is spiritually awakened and aware, you look disgusting. You look like Oscar the Grouch. You look gross. You lack self-awareness. You lack self-awareness, and you think that you are desired by everyone because you feel desired by people that are standing in the gutter with you. You understand? When you're in the gutter, you're shining because the people in the gutter with you feel like you look shiny to them because their sight doesn't go beyond the physical. You understand? So of course you're going to shine to them. But to a person that is highly evolved, you look like trash and you look disgusting and you're unkept and you lack self-awareness and you're nasty looking and dirty looking. And no matter how clean you think you look, spiritually and energetically, you're dirty and you're standing in the gutter and you're unattractive and you're unappealing and you don't have any good qualities. You're gross. Okay. And to a person that avoids the gutter, that does not stand in the gutter, that is in a foundation that's solid, that has built an empire for themselves, okay, you look gross. And you lack self-awareness to even be able to see how bad you look, see how sloppy your life is, see how messy you look to a person that has their stuff together. You understand? So someone from Ghana might be friends with someone that was supposed to catfish you. But this person that was supposed to catfish you lacks self-awareness, and they don't know that the way you see the world and see people is not the same on the same frequency as a person that's spiritually unaware. Okay? Somebody could be waiting for something or expecting something right now. Who's the Queen of Swords? Okay, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini that can't move to calmer waters. The Four of Wands reverse. They can't move to calmer waters because someone either broke up with them or is moving out of a house or got divorced or something like that, separated from them. A Queen of Pentacles. So I don't know, there could be an earth sign that could be abandoning air sign, or an air sign is abandoning an earth sign. Okay, I have the Empress here because they're moving to calmer waters about trying to subjugate and bind up an Empress that's about to get married. Okay, so there is a relationship that existed in this simulation between an earth sign and an air sign. This could be a gay relationship. This could be two lesbians or two bisexual women I'm picking up on. This earth sign and this air sign, they came together, and what they had in common was they were both going to be rich because they were a part of this group that was trying to spiritually bind you. And because they were unable to spiritually bind whoever you are, you know, and they're not going to get the money, now it's like they're repelling each other. Like the only reason I was really being nice to you and acting like we were best of girlfriends and we bonded and this, that, and the other, and like we love each other and we're sisters and lesbian sisters or whatever, you know, really like you for real like that, you know, because we could get money together. I thought we could work good together. You know, you made me an offer to work with you to do this, you know, so we bonded. So right now there's some kind of separation going on between an earth sign and an air sign because one of them, the person that got the contract on you, is moving to calmer waters because you're getting married and they can't stop it. And they're heartbroken. They are so heartbroken about this. Why is Colorado out here? There might be an Aquarius connected to Colorado. There may be an Aquarius trying to avoid a tower. So there is an Aquarius hiding out in Colorado. They might still be in the same energy against you, trying to reverse an ending, spiritually attacking you. They're trying to reverse an ending with someone in your community. See, I told you, even when it's over, they're still thinking, maybe if I just do one more attack. So this Aquarius is physically hiding in Colorado right now. And they're contacting people. They're contacting someone in your neighborhood to see if they could hire someone to spiritually attack you. But someone in the Five of Pentacles, hopefully, is what they want. A Knight of Pentacles. Okay? In your neighborhood, the community, the Four of Wands. So you have an Aquarius that's hiding in Colorado that's still on the phone with someone in your neighborhood and offering them money to hire people to spiritually attack you in your community. Why is Nevada out here? Why is Nevada? All right, the Ace of Wands. Somebody could have offered someone a large asset or a large amount of money to take action to do what? It has something to do with a marriage or a community. The Death card. Somebody in Nevada put a contract on you. Okay, I just saw the Death card. It'll come out. Somebody in Nevada paid somebody and gave them a contract. The Ace of Pentacles, it's talking about they gave them a contract to take you out. So someone put a hit on you. The person that put a hit on you is in Nevada. Tell me more. Yeah. They wanted them to try to orchestrate your death. The Knight of Pentacle reverse talks about them organizing to have you taken out. What's the Two of Swords? There's a Leo here that might have been blocked from creating an illusion to have you killed. Okay, maybe, wow, maybe this has been just recently. They had a tower. Okay, so someone in Nevada paid a Leo, or there's a Leo in Nevada that put a hit on you to have you killed. Okay, and it was blocked. They were going to try to create an illusion. The Seven of Cups is talking about an illusion. That means like you're going to catch Uber to your destination and pay the Uber person to take you off course and drive you into someone's garage or to release a gas that's going to knock you out. You understand? Whatever, I just made that up, but I'm saying they were going to try to orchestrate something in your environment or while you're traveling to have someone come to you and to take you out and unalive you. There's a Leo either in Nevada or someone in Nevada paid a Leo to take a hit out on you to have you killed, but it was blocked and it's a tower right now. This could have been recently. And now someone can't recover with the Nine of Wands reverse from what they were trying to do to a high priestess because of your anointing. What is wrong with these people? Somebody can't recover now because they were trying to have a high priestess that has a divine anointing. You're connected to a bright star. This is your destiny. Okay. And demonic spirits are working through people that you don't even know. Demonic spirits are literally working through people that you don't even personally know to like stop you from being in your destiny and being in your purpose, paying people to kill you. It will never happen, but because Siddhartha, right up until his 81st birthday, when he chose to leave and transition, had people coming toward him to kill him. And either they were transformed by his energy or they died. An earthquake, the ground opened up, swallowed them up, or something else crazy would happen and they would die. If they would get too close to Siddhartha, the Buddha, they would either die. So you don't ever have to fear, okay? As long as you have your spiritual family you're connected to that provides protection for you, you have security because of your job. You were given a divine job and purpose here on this earth, okay? Whoever you are. And it could just be being in the could just be for your energy to affect the people around, help them to wake up, to help them to raise their frequency and vibration. To follow you by example. There are many different types of teachers. Every teacher is not inside a school. Some people are a teacher without ever opening up their mouth. The best example of a good teacher is a teacher that is an example of what the goal is. So you could be a divine teacher that was placed here just to simply live your life around people that are suffering and struggling, that have the same access to the same resources as you, but they can't seem to make it work, just so that you can lead them and be an example to them of how they should spend their money, how they should behave, what attitude and mindset they should have so that they make better decisions with their money. You could be a teacher by leading by example, simply by being yourself, by talking the way you talk, advising how you advise, making the choices in your life you make, because somebody around you is watching you and they're gauging your pockets and they're wondering why you make the same amount of money as them. They're wondering why you live in the same community as them. You have the same amount of kids as them. But yet your well never runs dry. You always got food on the table. Why is it that your rent is always paid or your mortgage is always paid? Why are you able to have free time still and you're so relaxed to go to the park and spend time with your kids? And why am I running on a treadmill, stressed out, anxiety, working 3 jobs, and we make the same amount of money and got the same bills? You know, sometimes you're put in a community and put beside people for comparison because you're the teacher and you lead by example just by living your life the way you live. How is it that you can afford to eat in these times and feed your children? And I'm struggling. We work at the same job. Baby, you need to learn how to cook. Stop buying all that processed food, and you need to organize your time better. You need to stop. Your energy is scattered, honey. Your energy is scattered. You spend a lot of your energy indulging in chaos and confusion and drama instead of channeling your energy into finding ways to save money and to conserve yourself. Okay, so instead of buying those processed foods and doing this, that, and the other, you need to buy this, that, and the other. It lasts longer, and cook bigger meals. You need to invest your time and energy in different ways of finding a way to live that is more practical. But you cannot find that when your energy is scattered everywhere and your attention is in other people's drama and chaos and things going on. That's the reason why you're not able to focus on ways to live your life and be able to afford your life and afford your children. You know, how is it that you're able to, because I know how to cook at home for my kids, but you go to work. Yeah, that's why on Sundays, we use Sunday as a prep day to cook for the whole entire week, so that we keep the food in the freezer and just pull it out and warm it up when we get home from work. Okay, how can you afford to keep your kids looking all nice, this, that, and the other? Well, because we're not emotionally codependent. We don't care what other people think. So when we go shopping for our clothing, we wear things that are practical, not necessarily stylish to other people, because we don't care what other people think. So we make different decisions with our money. You understand what I'm saying? Whoever you are, the calling that you have on your life, it comes with security. It comes with spiritual security, because you're a teacher, you're anointed, you're here to demonstrate for others the goal, how to live, how to think, how to do things, how to survive. Other people that might not see it because their energy is too scattered to see it. You have more focus. Okay, you bring positivity in your community. Okay, so whoever you are, the reason these people can't kill you and you don't ever have to worry about them setting you up for death is because you have spiritual security at all times. And the reason is because you're in your divine purpose and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're under your contract. It's like you work for the White House as Secret Service. Of course, they're going to come to your rescue if you get in trouble. Of course, if there's any danger around you, you can call people up in the Secret Service, and they'll immediately defend you and protect you and provide protection for your family, because you work for the Secret Service, and that's your job. And that's part of your contract. Okay. So they're protecting you and your family. But if you lose your job, what's going on with you spiritually? Your Secret Service. You're here on a mission. You're here on a mission to teach. And as long as you keep your job and show up for work every single day, you will be spiritually protected. But if you leave your job, so goes your spiritual protection. And this is why you got this Leo energy, someone connected to Nevada, putting a hit on your life to have you killed. It's the demonic spirit that doesn't want you helping people to raise their vibration and frequency. Why is White House here? All right, the Ace of Wands. Someone could be moving forward, taking action right now to do something. Okay, someone could be very, very emotional about a divorce or moving out of a house or a community. The Four of Wands reverse, a community could be coming to an end right now. Somebody's taking very quick action. The King of Swords. Someone is they already took quick action because they lost emotional control because someone's not going to marry them, or someone's moving out of a house. And this is about getting away with the crime. They took a risk, and now the cycle's over. So somebody might have taken a risk to carry out a crime against somebody. Clarify the Page of Pentacles reverse. Who are they trying to? They're in a mental imprisonment about some money. So somebody that was in a mental imprisonment about some money connected to the White House. We want to know. Okay. No, my collective wants to know. So you're going to tell us, who's this person connected to the White House that took action to work with someone in Nevada to put a hit on somebody to have them killed? Someone could be a banker. Clarify the White House. Who is that Page of Pentacles reverse in the White House? Crime energy. A judge. So there might be a judge that has a connection in the White House. Initial N like Nancy. Clarify, who is this connection in the White House? Who is this person connected to the White House? I see a therapist, your mayor, special forces. Who is this person connected to the White House? Who worked with someone in the White House to commit a crime against collective? A dancer, a stripper, and a church member. Who are they connected to in the White House? So there is a dancer, a stripper that's connected to someone in the White House, and a church member. Who is connected to the White House? Who are they connected to in the White House? Who are they connected to in the White House? All right, something fell over there on Asian. Someone is transgender here, an investor. So there could be a transgender investor, and someone could also be an athlete, and someone could be a sergeant major in the Army. I picked up on a government official, someone in the governor's office in California before that was had a connection to a transgender man that was actually an earth angel. They came out as a pure earth angel. And this is in another reading that I did. But it was someone in government. And it was some kind of drama going on between them. But it was connected to what was going on at the time. And one of them was a politician. Clarify this investor energy. Clarify this investor energy. Okay, somebody is aware that someone is about to lose some money, a large amount of money, and they're backstabbed and betrayed, and they're overly emotional about it. So somebody that's an investor knows that they're about to lose a very large amount of money. This is all connected to the White House. And who's this transgender energy? Clarify transgender, please, and thank you. somebody that could have either called judgment or that's under judgment. They're unhappy about a judgment. Clarify, what's the obstacle? Someone is unhappy about a judgment. They're unhappy that this narcissist is under judgment. So this transgender person is unhappy that their narcissistic friend is under judgment right now because they got clarity about a church member. Tell me about this church member. Tell me about this church member. Somebody that kicked someone out their energy because they're not working with them or they got fired. To reverse and ending with a star. What's the star? Someone couldn't get away with something and someone is okay right now. Someone was overly emotional and in their thoughts about someone not being able to recover from something that they were okay with, but someone is rejecting someone's offer now. So this is some kind of church member here. Somebody is a part of a church. They are a church member and they have kicked somebody out of their energy because they do not want to be connected to something that at one time they were okay with allowing to happen to you. But now that person has changed their stance about something. This church member is worried they won't recover from being associated with this toxic older person that might have emotionally manipulated and gaslighted them to go along with something. And now everyone's stressed because they were told that they were going to get a large amount of money if they went along with something. Okay. They were friends with this transgender person. Tell me about this hospital or healthcare worker. What is this somebody could be a hospital or healthcare worker. Okay. I don't know. A church member might also be a hospital or healthcare worker. And they might be very emotional because somebody might have made a decision to avoid a tower with the lovers because something's happening very quickly. And someone's not going to recover. And they're avoiding a tower. So it feels like somebody is trying to avoid a disaster because they let somebody gaslight them into helping them get away with something. An earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And now they're trying to avoid a tower and working on moving forward. So there was a church member. Somebody could have went to the same church as a Capricorn or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that was okay with what they were trying to get away with doing. And now that they're about to get caught, this Capricorn or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they might even be transgender, or they might be connected to someone that is transgender. They are connected to a church and they don't want to be exposed to the whole church for what they were a part of. Clarify the dance stripper energy. Someone has to release somebody now or release something. The King of Pentacles, because they're burdened about a divorce. The Four of Wands reverse. What's the Four of Wands reverse? Somebody's moving to calmer waters. Somebody might be getting married to someone else. So somebody was relying on a dancer stripper energy to get married as an op to another person. They wanted somebody to get married to somebody and be their op. And it would have allowed everybody to get a large amount of money. Okay. And there was an investor that's involved in something here too. But whoever that person is now, they're marrying somebody else. And because they're marrying somebody else, the whole thing is off. And it had something to do with killing you and taking your energy or destiny swapping with you. It's not going to happen because they couldn't create an illusion. Somebody was connected to somebody in the White House. How they were getting away with this is because of their connection to someone that's in government. Tell me about this military person, Major Army. Somebody could have attacked you in the military, the Hierophant reversed. What's the Six of Swords reverse? In secret. Oh, okay. Someone sent you a crown chakra attack that's in the military. There's somebody, in the military, in the army, that's up around you, up around your home. Okay. This person sent you a crown chakra attack. Either they did it or they paid somebody up around you to do it. Okay. Because they thought that was going to sacrifice you. What an idiot. Yeah, they're stupid. They got Queen of Wands reversed to do it. So someone in the military, got someone they were sleeping with in your community to send you a crown chakra attack. Ciao, and whoever you are, you already healed from it. It's over. The Queen of Swords. This could be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. This might be an air sign. So there could be like a Libra. I'm hearing Libra. There could be a Libra man in the military that could have slept with the Queen of Wands reverse in your community and got her to send you a crown chakra attack or something like that. They want you to know it was an air sign. There's an air sign in the military that got some prostitute energy they were sleeping with to crown chakra attack you in your community. Bye, man. Talk to me about Asia. Talk to me about Asia. Asia hit tornado. They already had this tornado in China. All right, I have the Knight of Cups. Something could have happened very quickly that's making somebody lose a lot of sleep. So some kind of exchange could have happened very quickly. What's the Six of Pentacles? Somebody that came together to work on something with somebody. The Empress. Oh, someone that is going to work with an Empress to win at all costs. Oh, okay. So somebody might be traveling towards somebody. They might have to be creative in how they're traveling because of the war right now. So people are catching flights in different ways. Somebody is getting ready to illuminate something to an Empress. Yes. Yep. And somebody else is not the star. They have to let go of trying to do this destiny swap. Got it. It's a missed opportunity. They couldn't get away with it. So there's somebody that could be either traveling very quickly toward an Empress, or there's some communication that's coming toward an Empress very quickly. It might have something to do with Asia. Why Asia? Tell me what's going on with Asia specifically. The Two of Cups. Somebody wants to make you an offer. The Two of Cups. So somebody wants to connect with you from your past and make you an offer to win at all costs. They want to release a burden. This could be someone that could be coming in from Asia. They could be coming from the Asia region. They could have been trying to keep something a secret, but it's not hidden anymore. They feel powerless about a missed opportunity and they can't move something forward. And right now they're not okay mentally about something. Oh Lord, who is coming with this Two of Pentacles, with the Two of Cups offer? Who's coming towards somebody with the Two of Cups? Who's this person? Someone stuck in a cycle? I saw a Knight of Pentacles. I know this ain't the person that's been orchestrating attacks against you. Someone that's very sad and depressed. The Emperor reversed. Oh my God, Jesus. Lock your door. High Priestess, if you out there in my collective right now, lock your door. I'm not going to curse. I said I don't curse and use vulgar language on this platform. But lock up your door. There's an Emperor in the reverse that was trying to hide in Asia or something. This person is about to come toward you physically very quickly to try to make you an offer after spiritually attacking you and orchestrating spiritual attacks against you. This is someone that thought they could beat you into submission spiritually by paying a whole bunch of people to do death spells on you until you submitted to them. There is an older masculine here that wanted you to submit to their will so that they could have you in their life so they could use your energy and run wild with it. And they thought that if they abused you and beat you enough, that you would just submit and go ahead and be with them or let them have access to you. And when I say beat you, I mean spiritually, by having people constantly attacking your heart, attack your body, attack your crown, attack your organs in your body, death spells. This emperor thought if he did it long and hard enough, knock knock, if he did this long and hard enough with the spiritual witchcraft attack, that he would wear you down, and you would be like, I submit, and you would go ahead and allow him to access you. That's what he's been doing. And now that he cannot attack you anymore, and they cannot gang stalk and isolate you anymore, and help him, now he wants to come toward you very quickly and make you a romantic offer. How do you feel? You turned on? Are you turned on? Are you not entertained? Child, this person's coming in fast. Lock your door, baby. Buy water. Buy enough water to last you about a month. Put it in the house. Groceries, food, fruit, frozen fruit if you have to. You know, Walmart in the grocery section got frozen mangoes. You can put in your, get you enough food to last you a month. If the police won't help you, go on, lock your door, lock it up really tight, alert the local police, whatever, and just stay up in your house, and get you a little part of your curtain you could peek out of without being seen. Put a camera outside your house and put a sign on your door that says, I'm not interested. No, thank you. Please go away. Okay. And hopefully he'll get the message when he arrives. There's an emperor in the reverse coming towards you. Be careful, honey. I am not interested. That's why Asia is here. Lord Jesus. Tornado. What's this about a tornado? Okay. Somebody that someone might know from the past could have died. Clarify that death card. They could have had an ego death and died. They didn't get their wish fulfillment. What's the Two of Pentacles? Somebody that was trying to balance the situation wherein they wanted to either heal something or they wanted to be seen as a star. Yeah, they wanted to be a star and have a lot of money or a big opportunity, but they were in the Five of Pentacles, or they're in the Five of Pentacles now. Oh, so did something get destroyed of someone? A narcissist, the King of Swords reversed. They're in the Five of Pentacles. Did they die? Clarify that death card. It was a bad investment. A fire sign. Clarify the death card, please. Maybe something came to a complete end for them because of a tornado. It could have wiped out everything they own. A King of Swords. Somebody couldn't balance something for someone. Someone could have put a boundary up with somebody because you're not stuck and they're not effective enough on you to destiny swap with you. Yeah, this is a prostitute. This is a prostitute type energy whose complete wish fulfillment was to become a big star and get a big opportunity and be in Vegas lights. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they had somebody watching you. Yeah, they were connected to someone from your past, a water sign. A tornado could have completely wiped out and destroyed everything they had. Okay. So that death card could be talking about an ending to some materialistic thing they had, maybe a roof over their head. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody could have lost everything in a tornado. Clarify the Empress. And now someone's coming toward an Empress. You got somebody else coming toward you. Clarify the Two of Pentacles, reverse. Somebody couldn't balance the situation because of a tower. The tower is a tornado. Yeah, is this an Aquarius? They're heartbroken. This prostitute. Somebody could be a Leo, Aries, Sag, or somebody could be an Aquarius. But either way, They couldn't balance a situation. A tornado hit somewhere and destroyed something in that person's life. And now there could be a water sign coming towards you. So, yep. Something's not hidden no more. Someone is aware and they're heartbroken about this because they missed an opportunity. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. Okay. Someone that someone was working with was not skillful to try to cause an illusion, and they feel powerless. Could be a Leo. Yeah. These people didn't have. It was just a bunch of copycats. A tornado happened, have brought a complete destruction. Thing that somebody had. These people just wanted revenge on you for being who you are. They just wanted revenge on you. Some of these people became copycats of yours because they were mad about who you were and what you have. Who's this athlete energy? Someone was trying to orchestrate something, but something's over. Yeah, someone could have been an athlete. Okay. Yeah, maybe someone was very athletic or an athlete, the Ten of Pentacles reverse, that was trying to orchestrate something against you, an Aquarius, or someone that wanted to be a star. Yeah, but something over. Holy Divine Spirit, what are the best gemstones to counter crown chakra attacks? Holy Divine Spirit, please give us the Eternal Crystal Oracle cards or the gemstone recommendations to counter crown chakra attacks for my collective. Please give me the list of stones, the best recommended stones to counter crown chakra attacks. Holy Divine Spirit, what are the best stones that my collective can wear and use to counter crown chakra attacks? Give my collective the recommended stones to counter crown chakra attacks. In case anyone wants to make a crown, I'll pull 5. What stones can counter crown chakra attacks? What are the best stones? 1. Oh my God! This was the first one that they gave me when I made my crown. Fuchsite. That's the main one in my little get up on my head over here. This is the main stone, Fuchsite, and it works. It also helps to clear and balance the chakras in your crown. This is the main one, Fuchsite. I have a lot of this. Okay. Cinnabar for the sacral chakra. Uncanite. Uncanite for the heart chakra. Give me 2 more cards, stones, that could help counter crown chakra attacks. All right, this popped up. Black obsidian. I got it. That was one of the ones they recommended for me before. For the crown chakra, to repel and protect from crown chakra attacks, give me 1 more recommended gemstone. Please. Oh, there it is. Okay. Larimar. All right. And I'm going to read Fuchsite for you all. Okay. So if anybody is interested in making themselves a little small crown at home, you know, like if you want to take a scarf and sew some of these jewels into them, not just for crown chakra attack, but if you just want to use it when you're in meditation, this is what the right recommendation is. Okay. The recommendation is Fuchsite for the heart chakra, for healing. Okay. Cinnabar, okay, for your sacral chakra, for business. Uncanite, okay, for heart chakra, for living in the present. Obsidian, for protection, for the root chakra. And Larimar, water, ocean, for the throat chakra. That is the recommended stones. If you want to do a meditation with some stones on your crown. Let me read Fushite to you, and they also mentioned which one. They wanted me to do the throat. They wanted me to read the throat to you, the throat one. Okay, 17. Fushite. Fushite for healing, heart chakra. You are a natural born healer. You heal with your words, actions, and energy. You can make a difference in other people's lives. Now is a great time to learn about natural remedies, counseling, teaching, medicine, or healing in some form. Remember also that you can conduct healing work in more subtle ways in your everyday life. You don't need to be a doctor or a nurse to be a healer. You may be a great listener and have a gentle, compassionate energy, which greatly benefits your friendships, workers, or family members. Whatever form of healing you do for others, either consciously or subconsciously, by way of becoming too drained. Beware of becoming too drained. Make sure you find a balance between giving to others and nurturing yourself. You can express yourself openly and honestly without hurting them. You may need to stand your ground and say no at times in order to honor your inner feelings. Fushite is associated with your heart chakra. It is also known as the healer's stone, and it has shown up to let you know that you are a healer, and always to let you know that you need to prioritize healing yourself as well. So take some time to recharge and rest and renew your energy. Fushite. Let me tell y'all, Fushite is a powerful stone. If you meditate with this on your pineal gland, baby, let me tell you, it'll have your pineal gland spinning. It's spinning. All right, Larimar for the throat, 25. Larimar, 25. Okay, this is Larimar, water ocean for the throat chakra. This beautiful Larimar crystal is here to give you a sense of inner peace and tranquility. Feel the relaxing energy surrounding you now. Larimar is connected to the sky and to water and the oceans. A soft, nurturing water element crystal. Larimar encourages you to spend more time near the water. You may like to visit a river, a lake, a pond, or even the ocean. Any of these will help you to reconnect with the water element energy that you need right now. When you go to the water, feel all of your tensions and worries being washed away. Breathe in the fresh air. Listen to the sound of nature surrounding you, the waves of the ocean, a running stream, or the wind rustling the leaves of trees nearby. As you listen to or watch the water flow around you, imagine all of your worries and concerns are being swept away with water. You are being encouraged to go with the flow in all areas of your life. Relax and throw all of your expectations and all need for control out of the door. Enjoy the freedom and flow and acceptance in your life. Larimar, throat chakra. It's connected to the sky and the ocean. Okay. Final message. Final message, please, and thank you. Somebody is so sad that this cycle is over, and they're really ashamed and embarrassed because they don't have any real skills, talents, or abilities or gifts, and that's why they can't move forward. They're lousy. Okay, and there's an Aries too. Yeah, because these people lead with ego, and we know ego distorts reality. For a lot of people that have not yet learned to balance their ego, they live a very distorted reality, and they can't see their situations clearly, and because of that they make bad decisions. Final message. Final message, please, and thank you. I have the Hangman. Yeah, this, you being a sacrifice is over. These people are all backstabbed and betrayed. It's not going to happen. It was never going to happen. You, as long as you work your job, okay, meaning your spiritual job, your purpose, what your soul signed in a contract and agreed to do, you always have your spiritual protection. Your spiritual guards are watching you. Do not ever fear anything in this goofy illusion. One final card, please, and thank you. Yep, and these people are defeated because of it. Because they're blind, they're spiritually blind, they're overly materialistic, they lack integrity, and the only thing they know how to do is be a kitchen witch, both the men and the women. Look at all of them. Yeah. Someone could even be reversing and ending, doing magic right now up around you. These are just animals. I'm gonna just tell you, an air sign could have paid some animals up around you that are operating in their animal mind, because they're in their carnal nature. You know, you are an animal when you're operating only down here. Sorry. When you are operating, when your consciousness and awareness is only down here, you have the consciousness and awareness of an animal. Okay. You're functioning like an animal, literally. You're not functioning like God, which is your higher intellect. You're behaving like an animal. You think like an animal. You think like an animal, you behave like an animal. So there could be some animals up around you right now that could be spiritually attacking you for an air sign, reversing and ending, doing something stupid. It's nothing to worry about. They don't have no power. These people just are defeated because they thought that you were their sacrifice, and you weren't. You were their teacher. Guys, I love you so much. I am QUAN, and this is Love of the Highest Vibration. All right, guys. Don't go nowhere if you like to pray, because we are about to do our prayer. When you can't find a better way through a healthy communication, through your intellect, through thinking, you're an animal. You do things like an animal, heartless. Your heart is completely closed down. You don't have any empathy and compassion. You don't have universal love. So you just function like an animal. You use the bathroom, you eat, you have sex, give birth, have no empathy. You snort and bark and meow all around. You're an animal, and you act like an animal. You think like an animal. You go into heat like an animal. You don't have self-control over your carnal nature. You are an animal because you think like an animal. It is not until you develop universal love in your heart and your consciousness and awareness starts functioning up here in your higher chakras that connect your practicality and spirituality, that you become a real boy, Pinocchio. I show gratitude for my collective of the highest vibration of love right now. I show gratitude right now for my ancestors of the highest vibration of love, for your protection, for your guidance. Laura Mae Moore, Katie Freeman, Ella Mae Freeman, Charles Hinton, Herbert Moore, Katie Covington, the Sandwork Woo-Woo, Aleka Wuvu. Burhanu Wuvu. I show gratitude right now for the Most High God, Yeshua, Iao, Christ Jehovah, Christ Jesus, Allah, God as you define God. I show gratitude right now for the favor and protection that comes with being in alignment for my purpose and my assignment. I show gratitude right now for my ascended masters, my angels, and my guides. I show gratitude right now for each and every blessing that was bestowed upon me and my collective of the highest vibration of love. I show gratitude for earth, wind, and fire, both the elements and the group. I show gratitude right now for each and every planet that God, as you all define God, put in place, each with its unique vibrational frequency, that when we echo out the vowel sound that goes with each planet individually, uniquely, in the different orders that spell all of the different names, Dumare, Umima, Jehovah, Yeshua, Iyao, all of our prayer requests are answered. Oh, Holy One, the moon that sits at the head of Mercury, Venus, the Sun, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. I am of and from the light, and by the light and authority invested in me, right now, I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare against my life to cease right now in the name of Jehovah. I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare over my collective's life to cease right now in the name of Jesus. Right now, I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare in our lives right now cease right now in the name of Yeshua. I command it. I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare over my energy, over my spirit, over my finances, over my relationships in my life to cease right now in the name of Jehovah. Jeremiah 46:17 states, "For this day the Lord God of hosts, a day of vengeance, that I may be avenged of my adversaries, and that the sword shall devour them, and it shall be made satiate and made drunk with their blood. Break every bow and bend every spear right now." They did cry there. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is but a noise, and he has passed the time appointed. Every enemy, known and unknown, seen and unseen, that is fighting me right now, I command you, expire by fire right now. Every enemy, known and unknown, seen and unseen, expire right now. Expire in motion right now. Every Pharaoh of my life, expire right now. Expire right now. I command you. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things again proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Silence the tongue right now of every campaign of calamity against us. Right now, silence the tongue right now of every lying touch against me, every war strike, every scorch, every scorch of tongue of man against me right now, caused by tongue of man against me right now. I command you to be silent in the name of Christ Jehovah. Be silent right now. I command you to silence your tongue right now. Whatsoever ye shall bind in earth is bound in heaven. Whatsoever ye shall loose on earth is loosed in heaven. Right now, I bind every tongue chanting witchcraft against me in earth and in heaven, and I command you to be silent. Be silent right now. Silence your tongue right now in earth and in heaven. Every warlock and every witch chanting witchcraft around me in my home environment, chanting witchcraft against me, I command you to be silent right now. Be silent right now. Silence right now, I command you. Let me not be ashamed, O Lord. I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed. Let them be silent in the grave. Whosoever will enter coffin, or sleeps with the dead, or worships the dead, or washes the dead to wage war against me, in the mighty name of Christ, Jehovah, Yeshua, let them be silent in the grave right now. Let my enemies be silent in the darkness. Silence in the grave right now. Silence in the darkness. The wicked shall become silent in the darkness. I command every lying, chanting tongue to be tied, knotted, and bounded in earth and in heaven. Right now, I bind every tongue speaking and chanting witchcraft against me. Right now, let every witch and warlock astral projecting to my environment right now hawk their horses and split their tendons right now so they can be immobilized. I command every witch astral projecting into my environment, let their silver cord be cut off backwards. Let my angels and ancestors and ascended masters cut off their sea backwards, cause their airplane and Merkaba to crash, malfunction, and cause their death right now. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Let them that love it eat the fruit thereof. Let death seize upon them right now, and let them go quickly into hell, for they have no changes. Therefore, they fear not God. Let every witch and warlock flying or crawling in my environment right now fall down and die. Break, bend, and twist every wing. Burn their chariots with fire. Cause their witchcraft birds' wings to break in motion right now. Let them fall out the sky and die instantly. Let their wings break, causing them to crash and die right now. Let the enemies of my progress, let them be exposed and openly disgraced. Let the enemies of my child, let them be disgraced. Let every witchcraft coven flying against my destiny fall out the sky and be disgraced and exposed right now. As they take off, they shall crash. Whosoever is flying for my sake in the name of Christ Jehovah, crash, land, scrape your ass, and die right now. Whosoever is flying as an evil witchcraft bird against my soul, crash and die right now in the name of Christ Jehovah. I command it. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Let every tongue that rise up against me in judgment be thou condemned. For greater is he that is within me than he that is within the world. Surely he shall deliver thee from the fowler's snare and from the noisome, deadly pestilence. Right now, I nullify, neutralize, and completely cancel and destroy every enchantment of witchcraft pit against me right now, being conjured to be sent and projected toward me right now. I completely destroy by fire in earth and in the heavens right now every demonic candle, every altar, every picture, every charm, every item referencing my name. Burst into flames of fire, burn to ashes and scatter. Right now, in the name of Jehovah, I command you and be completely useless. Rendered useless right now. I command it. Whatsoever ye shall bind in earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall also be loosed in heaven. I command every death spell, every spirit and energy of death being sent toward me right now. I bind you in earth and I bind you in heaven. I bind you on the etheric plane. I bind you on the ethereal plane. I bind you on the astral, mental, physical, and emotional plane right now. And I command you to return directly back to the sender right now. Abracadabra. I return every spirit of death, every energy of death that was projected toward me directly back to the sender in my energy field right now, projecting it. And I command you to return the energy and the intention directly back to the sender, plant inside their energy field, and remain stuck to them until you fully manifest the desired outcome they wanted for me to happen to them instead right now. I command it. Abracadabra. I return it back to the sender. I return every death energy, every death spell directly back to the sender right now. I command you. Abarachin hoy, besamai mitano, sameyi kadis, mangista timta, fakadit, besamai in the hornet, in the hoop, bamadar to whom. Yalet and jedachin and sitanzade, badelach and anim, yeker, belin, inya, yabadalunin, yeker, and deminil. What if atanam, at tagban, kukafudulu, adaninji, mangis yantanatana, hylim, mizganam, lezale alamu, amen. Bopsum, bopsum, but Memphis, Kadusum, and Amlak, amen. Bopsum, bopsum, but Memphis, Kadusum, and Amlak, amen. Bopsum, bopsum, but Memphis, Kadusum, and Amlak, amen. By the light of the eternal flame, I release all ties that bring me pain, from hex and from bind, from spell and chain. I reclaim my power, whole and sane. Through ancestral lines I now ascend. All wounds and shadows I transcend. No force can hold, no bind can stay. I walk in light, I clear my way. With sovereign will, my soul it's free. It is protected by divine decree, by earth, by fire, by air, and by sea. I am whole, I am pure, I am free. I now close all portals and sever all energetic cords that no longer serve me. And I fully reclaim my divine power, sovereignty, and light. May the blessings be. Mote it be. So shall it be. Ashe. Collective, how are you all this evening? I thank you. I love you so, so very much. Thank you for your patience. I should be going back to my regular scheduled program by next week. You know, normally I do 2 readings a day, but I had some visitors. Y'all know my baby came to see me, and I had to spend some quality time. But now I will be returning back to my regular program with you all. I'm gonna move some things around a little bit, and I'm excited to start anew on Monday. But I want you all to have a very safe and prosperous and abundant, relaxed, restful weekend, unless, of course, you work. And just remember, I love and appreciate each and every last one of you and your prayers, your attention, and your support, most of all. And when I say support, it's your energy. That's it. Y'all being in agreement with the prayers that we say, and with the whole energy of healing and coming out of isolation and gang stalking. And those of us that have ascended, it's a movement. It's a church. I love you. QUAN Yin, love of the highest vibration. It's the new church. You hear me? This is the new church, with more understanding now of religion, more understanding now of doctrines, more understanding of science, more understanding of energy and spirit. In the age of Aquarius, this is the new church. The new church is about spirit science and getting your energy in alignment through love, because that's the only way you're going to spiritually ascend and be able to live a higher, spiritually evolved, prosperous, abundant way. All right, guys, have a safe weekend. Love you.